Two wild Yinzers kicking through the door, loud like a jag-off at a pins game fight. Brace yourself, this ride ain't polite. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Rivers collide where the laughs always flow. Black and gold thunder everywhere they go. The madcap kings breaking every mold. With two Dum Yinzers, the stories don't get old. Two Dum Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice.
I ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on. What up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Coming at you hot like Bobby Bo's paycheck on the 1st of July. Big baby. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. This is the Two Dum Yinzers. This is episode 994. The place to be, everybody. It's Friday. Coming off a little bit of a meltdown. Not a usual mic meltdown.
No.
This was totally organic, and we were shut down. Stadium studio was out. And Mike, the other day I made a comment. I was like, nothing's going to stop us. We were right around episode 990. I said, nothing will stop us. Maybe a fiery death, perhaps. But it wasn't a challenge. It was just a statement.
No, it was not. But the universe is saying, challenge accepted, big guy.
And you know what I say? I say the show must go on. The show must go on. The show must go on.
It must.
This is episode 994, guys. Welcome back to the show. Just 6 episodes away from the big 1,000. Very excited everything that's going on here on the show. I want to say welcome back, everybody. If it's good morning, if it's good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be, welcome back to you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, Michael, how you holding up, man?
I'm doing good. I got power back. I got air conditioning. I had to rearrange the studio a little bit, but I'm doing good, brother. Doing good.
That's good. It's hot. I never seen this today. I got up and I looked at my phone to see what the temperature was. It said 80. This is about 3 hours ago. It said 89. Feels like 101. I kid you not. I snapped. I kept it that way. I didn't think anybody. People like, get the fuck out of here. It's not 89. Feels like 101.
That's insane.
I do have it. Everybody. Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. Great to see everybody on the board this morning. Good morning, good afternoon again, wherever you may be coming in from. It is hot in the Berg. I'm sure it's hot everywhere. The studio was out 26 straight hours at one point. Nothing here at the studio, but you know what? We're back. It's Friday, and it's 4th of July weekend. I know a lot of people's excited that some people are getting the long weekends. getting together with family, having barbecues, picnics, shooting off fireworks. It's going to be a blast, everybody. I do know this, Mike. If you are heading out to go check out the fireworks, go down to the Berg because they have USA. USA Today says that Pittsburgh's fireworks are the best in the country. So there you go. If you're coming to the Berg or if you're in town, get down and check out the fireworks this weekend for 4th of July because they're the best in the country, according to what USA Today is saying. So much to get into. Again, when we were out a couple of days and you come back and I got like 6 pages of notes here to get through. So just picking through and finding what we want to get into today is going to be a challenge. But you know what? Nonetheless, we are here. Welcome back. I'm glad to be back. Welcome to everybody on the board. Somber, howdy, my man. Always great seeing Somber all the way from Los Angeles, California. I also want to say what's up to Raul. Always great having Raul back on the board. He says, hit the like button. It's free. Thank you, Raul. Greatly appreciated, sir. Everybody, welcome back to the show. Robert, 76 here with the feels like of 74 here in the Rockies.
Oh,
It's a challenge. It's certainly a challenge. And yeah. And listen, I'm not going to go on and on about the heat all day, but guys, we have a lot of things to get into today. Let me just kind of get started on a couple things, Mike, to get things rolling, if you will. Of course, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hold on one second here. I got something for this, actually. Of course, the Pittsburgh Pirates, Mike. Here we go. How you like this? The Pittsburgh Pirates, Mike.
Be the first pirate. But I don't want to be a pirate.
But I don't want to be a pirate. That is from Seinfeld, actually. It's a very, very, from the Puffy Shirt episode. If you know, you know. If not, anyway, you slice it. There you go, guys. This is some Pittsburgh Pirates scoop. Like, they split the series with the Philadelphia Phillies over the past 4 days, which was a bit of a surprise to me that they were able to split with them. We just can't seem to ever stop Philadelphia in baseball, Mike. That does put these Pirates at 44-44 at 88 games into the season. They start another series today, a 3-game set in Washington against the Nationals. We have a 6:45 start in that game. Also, all going around the Berg here, Mike. A couple other things. The Pittsburgh Riveters, the female football team, the soccer girls.
Yes.
What are they up to? They have
home playoff game.
Home playoff game. They're playing Racing Louisville tonight at 7:00 in the conference semifinals. So get down and root on the Pittsburgh Riveters, Mike. They still haven't lost a game, so hopefully that carries over into this quarterfinal or conference finals, semifinals. Ron, I'm sorry.
Yeah, hopefully, man. God, man, if they can go undefeated and win the whole thing, move over 1972 Miami Dolphins.
Yeah,
the queens of football have arrived.
Absolutely. I do want to say what's up to Robert, 76 here, 74. I also do want to say what's up to Beard Omega Sports Gay Podcast, LOL. Got all kind of things going on here. Hey, baby. Welcome, Beard.
Hey, girl. Hey, Jelly.
Speaking of jelly, I do have the results. We had the results the other day, Mike, of course, the competition from Gay Pride Month. We did run the competition here to see who could pull more man-ass between Mike and Derpy. Mike, you did lose, however, Derpy did win the annual Stinky Pickle Award, is what it's going to be called. Winner of this award every year will be the winner of the Stinky Pickle Award on the show. Mike, you lose, but you know what? It's going to be fun anyway. Today, we're going to get some of the most grotesque messages that you and Derpy both got on the gay dating website through the process. So we're going to get into that today. A lot of funny, cringe, perhaps, stuff to get into. But you know what? So much to get into with our Steelers and much, much more, guys. Today is 72 days away from the big kickoff against the Atlanta Falcons right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's just 72 days away, Mike. I'm going to go Leon Searcy. Leon Searcy is my number 72.
Nice.
Leon Searcy days to kick
off. That's a deep cut. Not many people remember Leon Searcy.
He was only here for about 3 years in the early to mid-90s, and he made a lasting impression on me for sure.
Me too. Him and Ray Seals, man.
Yeah.
From that era. Those are my
Brenston Buckner.
Brenston Buckner. Those are my guys.
Also, Mike, the other football squad, if anybody's paying attention, Team USA. Team USA, they end up winning. They beat Bosnia the other night 2-0. With the win, they move on to play Belgium, Mike. That's a Monday night matchup. It will be for the World Cup round of 16, USA versus Belgium, Monday at 8:00.
This matchup was already going to be an uphill battle for the boys. Belgium's a good squad, and we were without our best player of the tournament so far. Got a red card in the game did a foul. It's controversial. To me, it felt like a red card anytime you cleat someone in the back of their calf and then roll under their foot while chasing them. My entire time of watching football, that has always been a red card.
Okay, yeah,
I get it. Like same thing happened with Messi, and they didn't give Messi a red card. That's like saying, "Hey, Mario Lemieux cross-checked a guy in the face." Okay, yeah, you're not going to penalize the superstar. It happens in all sports, guys. Let's not act like this is something new or just here in football or in soccer. How many times have we seen Josh Allen, Tom Brady, Mahomes dive and they get calls their way? This is what happens when you're a star. It sucks when it happens against you, but it's awesome when it happens for you. Got to take the good with the bad. So he's out of the matchup. It's going to be a tough battle because he's been our best player of the tourney. But if we can pull off this victory and then get him back in the following round, this team could. You might have to start taking them seriously.
I'm going to be completely honest. Can I give you my honest take? This isn't for any kind of hot take, anything like that. I think soccer's terrible. I know everybody's into it. I know everybody don't talk about it forever, and then for 3 weeks, every 4 years or whatever, everybody is a soccer know-it-all. And I got to be honest with you, I just can't do it. I just can't. I don't have that love. I don't have that interest. Again, if I'm watching curling, during the Winter Olympics, it's something I'll turn on. I'm like, this is cool. It's outside of my area of interest, and I just don't have it for soccer. I tried. I tried. I swear to you, I tried.
Yeah, it's like me and like golf and tennis and basketball for the most part. It's just, those sports never appealed to me. Where soccer, I played it growing up, played football growing up. I played both. I love both. I love watching both. So yeah, I get it. Not every sport's for everyone.
It's just like it's like a bunch of guys running forever, and then every once in a while, lucky a ball goes in the net. I don't know. It's like hockey without the excitement. I don't know. For me, again,
a suspicious amount of cardio.
Yeah,
is what it feels like.
Very suspicious.
Very suspicious. But like some of these scores, you'll look at them and be like, oh, a 4-3 game. Well, that's what 28-21 football game. So maybe goals should be worth 7 points. Make it a little more exciting.
Yeah.
Or you got to inflate the scoring.
Yeah. And finally, Mike, before we do get started, as I did mention, Derpy did win the Stinky Pickle Award. We are going to reveal the most grotesque of the messages received today through the process. And also, Mike, I think by some of the messages I've been seeing on the board for the past week or so, I think they're following you or at least tracking you down from over at the website, because I'm seeing, again, some stuff coming up on the board that I think to myself, wow, that wasn't up there before ever in the past 1,000 shows. Now, all of a sudden, we put you over on the Only Men website, and now I'm seeing an array of more gay comments and such, which there's nothing wrong with that. Again, just an observation I made, Mike. I think they're tracking you down. I think they're following you. So just be careful where you go.
Hey, you know what? If it helps the podcast, I guess we'll take it, man. I guess we'll take it.
If you're here,
I'm here to help the brand any way I can.
If you're in the house and you hear any of this, let us know. We'll certainly include you in the show if you'd be interested in it. If you tracked Mike down to the show, welcome to you. Welcome back, guys. Coming at you like Bobby Bo's paycheck on the 1st of July. Got to say what's up to everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. It's time to get this thing going, Mike. It's Pittsburgh Steeler time. We got a lot to get into today, as a matter of fact. We apologize. We apologize. Power was out 26 hours at one point, and I stuck it out. I roughed it out, Mike, with the heat. I almost died, but you know what? We're here. We survived. We're back. It's Friday. It's 4th of July weekend, and you know what, guys? We couldn't be more excited to be back heading into this weekend. Lots of stuff to get into today with us Steelers. Right here, Mike. Let me start with something from a former Steeler. Former Steeler says this. Najee Harris. He says, talking about how players run straight to their phone at halftime to check social media to see what people were saying about them during the game. You know what? Is this just the part of what things are today, or are these kind of things still irritating to people around them? Maybe other people in the locker room, maybe coaches, bosses, managers, owners, anything of this nature, Mike? Or is this just something that is so that is so today that it's just going to be a norm. Again, said that a lot of players, they often run to their phone at halftime to see what people are saying about them in their performance.
It doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't. With the prevalence of social media and how like this younger generations, they grew up on this stuff. It's ingrained in them. It's an everyday habit of, hey, what's being said about me? What's being said about my brand? Because
Right.
if I'm having a bad game and oh man, that's not going to be good for my brand, for my bag, for my money. So yeah, it's just part of what the football players have to deal with now, and they're just it just feels like it's just part of the society now. And hey, it's either that or rip heaters and drink beer like they did back in the day. So hey, either one, pick.
Speaking of
but
which,
hey, if someone reads a bad tweet about them and that fires them up for the second half, sign me up. Anything you have to do to win the game.
what if it brings you down and doesn't make you want to play that well? Maybe somebody put something so good that it inflated your ego and you just don't go out and play well in the second half.
Yeah, well, hey, man, it's a risk you take.
Yeah.
What's the NFL going to start instituting the no phones allowed in the workplace?
Yeah.
Turn your phones off when you come to work, guys. Keep them in your locker.
If it's distracting you, I mean that's normal policy.
Yeah.
A lot of other places, guys, just thought it was something funny. Let's get back on the board. I want to say what's up to everybody today. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the 4th of July installment of the Two Dum Yinzers. We're back. We are back after a couple of scorchers here. My studio was down out 26 straight hours. It was about 107 degrees in here, and it was not anything. Listen, nobody wants to continue to hear about this. Everybody understands it's hot everywhere. Let's get back to the board right here. Vegas, what's up? Always great seeing Vegas all the way from Las Vegas. My man, great to see you. What's up, brother? Also, he says this, you have to say nil when talking about the world's football. Of course, Mike, it was 2-0. The Team USA won by, it wasn't 2-0.
It was not 2-0. It was 2-0. My apologies, mea culpa. I keep forgetting when I talk about the football, it's nil. When I talk about tennis, it's love. My bad.
What is it in golf? Like birdie,
bogey, par. I know bogeys, double bogey, triple bogey, quadruple bogeys very well. But I also know ace. I got a hole in one, guys, and I bring it up every chance I can.
All right, there you go. Let's go right here to Somber. Somber says totally unintentional. Mike talking about the soccer game, of course, with the red card. Vegas says this. He says the ref looked at the play on replay, which was not supposed to be allowed. Aaron Williams, what's up, man? Always great seeing Aaron back on the terrible board. Aaron says this today. He says, hello, fam. I'm just ready for some Steelers football. How y'all doing? We're doing good, brother. We're getting back to it. As a matter of fact, we had big power outage here in the area. It took us out for a couple of days. As far as the show goes, we were not happy about it, but we are glad to be back. Still very, very hot. So hopefully that the fix that they made stays. But it is great to be back, Aaron. It's great to see you back, my friend. I hope all is going well with you heading into this weekend. And we sure cannot wait for the Steelers either, as it is just 72 days. Leon Searcy days away from the kickoff against the Atlanta Falcons, guys. I have also my new dates. We have dates for camp. We have all kind of things. I'm going to be honest with you, Mike. There's all kind of stuff that we're going to get into today. And I just want to say, Mike, it's just a little bit later this month. Camp is kicking off on July 28th. The guys will be showing up at St. Vincent College in Latrobe in Westmoreland County here in Western Pennsylvania. The 29th camp will be officially starting. The 3rd will be the first day of pads. The 8th will be Saturday Night Lights. And the 17th will be wrapping up camp. So it's and that's of August, of course. So it's all right around the corner, Mike. As again, we are heading into the 4th of July weekend and the unofficial midsummer weekend here. Again, I know everybody's going to be going out and doing, or a lot of people's going to be going out and doing fun things. And another thing I was thinking, Mike, it's not like it used to be. I mean, after COVID, after just the switches in technology, the way people live now. And listen, I know a lot of people go out to watch fireworks, but do people still get together to do fireworks? Do you still get together to do the sprinklers with the kids and the sparklers? I'm sorry, and the remember when the black snakes, you light them on the sidewalk, and it would the kids still do all that? It just seemed like it was really fun for kids, and I don't see it that much anymore. Oh, their mic went out, Mike. No, Mike.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, Mike.
I know. Like, I didn't even hit it this time. It's doing it on its own and being sabotaged by Art Rooney the second over here. But no, like last year, I had some stuff for the kids. I think this year I might actually buy some firecrackers and stuff tonight. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But maybe definitely get some sparklers. I know, like a couple of houses around the neighborhood. I saw people last year out in the yards lighting stuff off. So they do it. I know one guy I work with. He said they bought like couple $100 worth of fireworks to light off in their yard and stuff. So they still do it, but man, it's like not done in the city much anymore. I know my buddy who lives down in South Carolina, he spends thousands of dollars himself and sets them up.
You would think this would be
his neighborhood.
This would be a recipe for disaster because at least when we were kids, we played with lighters and we lit shit on fire.
Yeah,
and we were outside doing shit. Like kids, I mean, they'll put the pad down for 10 minutes and they'll go out and blow their hands off. You know what I mean? They're not into it like we were when we were just, we were badasses. And,
yeah. Well, it's like I told some of the guys at work, even some of the younger guys, is like, I don't want anyone coming back looking like Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah.
I need all 10 fingers or how many ever digits you have today leaving, come back with that same amount.
I picture Cody when I think of this happening.
Yes. Yes.
And remind me, if you see Cody come in today, let me know. I have a Mexican question.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know. Don't let him sneak in the door past me.
Like,
I have to know he's here.
What am I, president of the UN right now? I'm going to keep rolling the General Assembly.
Yes, you are the ambassador. Let me know. Let's get into some more Steeler talk, guys. You know what? Let's stay on the board. I'm sorry. Let's go right here to Somber. Somber says, I watched from the minute 70 until the end, saw the second goal.
Oh, nice.
I know Mike was into it. Mike gets into it. I just can't.
Yeah. And it sucked, too, because I had to work the next morning like ass early, so I had to miss the game. The second goal looked nice. The dude had a bloody toe. They just changed his boots, and he scored, and his toe was all bleeding. It could have been a Kurt Schilling moment. I missed it. Bloody sock part 2. Sorry, I just read the most recent comment.
Let's just keep on going down the board, shall we? Vegas says this: give them 5 for a goal, 1 for hitting the post, 1 for forcing a corner kick, and give the defense 1 if a goalie catches a shot in the air, and perhaps something like this. I mean, soccer's I don't know. Listen, I don't know, but I see other sports looking to make improvements to their game. I don't know if soccer does this. It seems the exact same as it's been since I was 10 years old. But again, that's neither here nor there. Not a big soccer guy, but you know what? That's okay. Let's go on to right here where Somber says, sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. That's right, big dog. What up, brother? Always great seeing Somber in the house. My man, Jamie Carlos says, yo, yo, yo. Vegas says, and I have no privacy. Ooh, ooh. Jamie Carlo, what's up, brother? He says, who's watching me now? The IRS. Vegas says this. Some dude made a video about our new Eli, and his workout numbers are better than Christian McCaffrey's. I got hyped up watching like watching Will Howard on the John Gruden podcast. Classic.
Hey, we got Eli. Now we got Will Howard. These two could be the exciting whites because we had the unexciting whites last year. Maybe these two guys plus Weegan could be the new exciting whites.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope they are exciting. Listen to that real quick, Mike. I just want to make a comment because it's on my frontal lobe. I heard something that Stephen A. Smith said the other day that I absolutely loved. I loved it. I
know. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "This is right up Ryan's alley."
It is right up my alley because it's real. I may have the quote in front of me. If not, I do have the general idea. I apologize. This wasn't something that I was going to bring up, Mike. But yes, here it is, right here. Stephen A. Smith says this about the Lakers the other day. He says somebody had to say it, so I'm saying it. Your 3 top players are white dudes. Really? This ain't golf. This ain't baseball. Hell, it ain't even soccer. You know what? This might sound weird to people, but I couldn't agree. I agree 100% with Stephen A. Smith. I make this comment all the time. I listen. If I want a black inside linebacker, I don't care. I want a black cornerback. I want a black wide receiver. Don't give me white guys. Don't give me the white guys. I'm just saying. It would sound weird to say yes, it does. But you know what? It's just fucking life. If I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, I'm not throwing it to the fucking white guy down the sideline. I'm just not. It sounds weird to say and it sounds weird to hear, but at the end of the day, I mean, let's just be real. It's not being hateful. It's not being anything. It's just suggesting that, bro, you got 3 white guys or your big guys on an NBA fucking basketball team. You're probably not going to win. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Could we at least get back to that point in this country that where people could at least fucking be honest? Not have to candy coat everything. I seen this, and this should have offended me because I'm white, but it doesn't. It made me happy. I smiled. My eye glistened. I said, because you know what? This guy's fucking being real. And this is what people are missing nowadays. And speaking of being real, Mike, stick around for the halftime show, guys. I'm gonna take it back a little bit to back in the day, so we can enjoy something that was a lot of fun and real with a little bit of a 2 Dum Yinzer twist today. So do stick around until halftime for the show today. Let's get back to it, guys. Praise you, Stephen A. Smith. I got you, my man, right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Come on. When are we going to bring in the Harlem Globetrotters and give them white guys? They're just things that are the way they are. Not because of discrimination, because I don't want a white guy. I just don't. I don't. Mark Malone says the running black is the only black position. Come on. Say what you want. People might say, well, what about Christian McCaffrey? Well, okay. One guy out of a gazillion fucking guys. So come on, people. Let's get the fuck back to some kind of normalcy in this fucking country, please. Let's get back to Steeler talk, shall we? Mike, this is the dates. We do have dates and times for camp. If you are coming to town, I know we have a lot of viewers from the show making their way to the Berg from South Florida, from North Carolina, Western Ohio, Kentucky, a lot of different places, Mike, making their way to town for camp. This is what the schedule looks like, Mike, on the 29th. I did mention that was when that is when everybody's going to start showing up, Mike. That is when camp is going to start. 28th is when everyone is going to show up on the 29th at 11:20 a.m. 11:20 a.m. camp will start. And then on the 30th, which is a Thursday, it will also be 11:20. On Friday, it'll be a 10:30 start, and then Saturday, 11:20 start. And then we get to the pads the following week, Mike. Monday is an 11:20. Tuesday is an 11 o'clock. Thursday, skipping Wednesday. Thursday is an 11. Friday is also an 11. Saturday, Mike, is the Saturday Night Lights, which got switched from Friday Night Lights for many, many years. Got switched to Saturday Night Lights. This is a 6 o'clock start on the 8th. Monday, August 10th, it's an 11 o'clock. Tuesday, it's an 11 o'clock. Saturday, it's a 10:15 a.m. And then finally, Mike, two left that last week. Sunday, which would be after the preseason game, that's an 11 o'clock a.m. start. And then also Monday, the last day of camp, is an 11 o'clock start. So there you go, guys. That is the schedule for camp, which starts very, very soon. So there you go. I'm very excited, Mike. Let me get to the board, because I am seeing some questions here regarding camp in Vegas here, and I don't want to miss anything. Let's continue down here a little bit of the way. Let's go where Vegas says this: Eli will throw a touchdown, rush for a touchdown, and catch a pass for a touchdown this year. He is our new slot. You know what? If it works out, great. Then you could say, listen, Ryan, your white guy theory is stupid. Let's go here to Jamie. Ryan, another Mexican a question like candles? Perhaps, Jamie. Yes. I have a Mexican question. It might have to do with candles. I don't know. Leave me alone. Let's move on. Let's go right here to Aaron. Aaron says, do y'all think Mike Tomlin in the hot seat because I see a great season ahead? And I don't think he's in a hot seat. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I think the people are expecting good. Some people are expecting bad. Some people probably want the team to not do well. There's a lot of different opinions, a lot of different ways that people are looking at this. But everything that I'm seeing from Mike McCarthy, Aaron, there's good vibes. It seems like it's a whole new coaching staff. So anything that we know about the Steelers and the way they've played over the past few years, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. So, it's all about learning what this team is going to bring, what McCarthy's going to do. And at the end of the day, hot seat after year one, I don't think. Let me say, if we go 2-15, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm excited. Again, a change is nice. Changes are good, and again, let's hope things could get turned around. All in now on the hot seat just yet. No, I mean, they got him on the 5 years, and I think if we do at least 10-7 in a playoff visit, I think that will be considered, at least to the team, an accomplishment. I know fans want to see a lot more, maybe moving down the road, but again, at this point, I don't think so. I think that everybody's kind of content right now with the new way things are going in the feel and the vibe and players vibing. And again, all the work that Omar Khan has done to put this team together. So at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of optimism right now, Aaron. It's Pittsburgh. People are fickle. That could change very quick. See me after week 3. Who knows? We're sitting 0-3 for whatever reason. This could be a conversation. But right now I'm feeling good, Mike, about Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, me too. It's the Steelers. We have 3 coaches since 1969. I don't think there's going to be a quick turnaround for Mike McCarthy, even if we have a bad year or we take a step back. It's just not the way the team operates. For good or bad, they're going to give coaches time. They're not going to give up that easily.
He's a Pittsburgh guy too. It's I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. I mean, he grew up right outside. Like, I mean, he's going to get his opportunity. And again, if he doesn't get it done, I'm a firm believer of if he doesn't get it done, can't do it, get rid of him, and we'll move on. So again, there's no bias, there's no anything. I just want to win football games. I just want to get in January and win games again, and have a chance to hopefully be ready to play in February at some point. So again, I don't care who's here. I don't care if he's from Pittsburgh. I don't care if he's from Mars. Get us into the get us back into being Pittsburgh Steelers in January, and the fans will be totally excited about that. And again, 3 coaches over a gazillion years. I don't care what you say about any of them. They're classics. They're GOATs. They are legends here in the Berg. I'm always going to think highly of Coach Noel, Coach Cowher, and Coach Tallman. And we're just on the next step now. So let's see how it goes. Again, optimistic. I am optimistic. That is my vibes about this season. Let's go right here to Tater Tard. Always speaking of gay people on the show, and not that there's anything wrong with that. Tater Tard, all the way from Northern Ireland. Tater Tard in the house, came to talk a little shit today. I got a little something for your 49ers here. Of course, Tater Tard jumped Mike from Cleveland being his favorite team, which I applauded. Very commendable. And he went to San Francisco as his new team. I mean, it's an upgrade, whatever. Yeah. But there's Tater, Mike.
I'm surprised he didn't go to L.A. Follow Myles Garrett. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, why didn't you follow Myles Garrett, Tater? That makes sense. Let's continue, Mike. Let's go right here to Robert. Robert said, no interest in soccer. I don't think anyone should hit a woman. Let's go to, I do want to say what's up, Robert. Great to see you, brother. Mark Malone says, Mike's relations with the Mexican neighbors have ramifications. You know what? They're so good that the neighbors actually moved. They moved up the street.
That effect on people.
When you move up the street, that tells me that you didn't really want to move. That's just telling me that you're getting away from the neighbor that you live by. That's how I read that.
Mm-hmm. I have that effect on people. You either love me or hate me. In either way, in both scenarios, you move far away from me.
Tater says, there's no such thing as soccer, bro. It's called football. Tater, nice seeing you, man. Hope things are going well for you over Northern Ireland. Let's go here to Vegas. He says this, you didn't know it. It's okay to be racist if it's against white men. Oh, hey, I don't know. I'm just saying, I thought I agreed with it. There was no anything. There was no bias. There was no nothing. I read this comment. And I thought, you know what? That's a fucking brilliant thing that he said. It just is. Don't ask me to explain it. It just is. Let's continue on. Let's go right here to Mark Malone. We did get him the running back position. Let's go to Robert. Robert said the best players in the NBA are now white Europeans. And this was kind of my issue with this in a sense. And that's always been the case, guys. Think about it. No, out of all the millions of kids that play basketball in high school, and the only reason I have knowledge of this is because my kid played AAU, and he started in high school and all this kind of stuff. And I followed him around and watched him play. And there's a lot of really, really good white kids. They're really tall. A lot of them could dunk. It's a whole different world. But watching the NBA and such, Mike, would make you think that these kids don't exist out of all the millions of kids across the land who do play basketball every year. So again, the Europeans are, for whatever reason, the more superior of the white players. I just don't get it. Where are all the 6'9" dunkers that I seen in high school? Are they just not good enough?
Just not good enough. They it's NBA rosters are small, and even the last guy on the bench comparatively sucks to the best player in the league, but still leaps and bounds better than anyone else. So I think we're college good enough, but not NBA good enough for the most part.
See, here's my yeah.
Where somehow it seems like the Europeans, man, they send over a lot of really good players.
About time they export something good to us.
About time, and we get Tater. The Lakers get Luka. Denver gets Joker. We get Tater. We lost out on this transaction. And I'm ready to call, as my role as ambassador to UN, I'm going to call a council of the General Assembly guys to see if I can get us some better European talent on the show.
Yeah, please.
I'm working on it.
How about right here? Vegas says this. How far are you guys from training camp? Westmoreland County is about an hour and a half from here.
Yeah.
It's on the other side. It's like the total polar opposite of where we are, and it's outside of the Allegheny line. It's in Westmoreland County, and Westmoreland County is a farm. It's a farm county, a lot of land, a lot of out there. So it's out there, guys. Let's go right here. Let's go to where are we going right here? Vegas says this, just like when the white guy ran the fast 40 and Dion made a big deal about it. Vegas also, okay, we did get that. Hey, Georgiana, always great seeing Georgiana on the board. Nice seeing you as always. Hope things are going well for you. Of course, Georgiana, a regular here during the season. She loves her Steelers. We love seeing Georgiana. Hope things are going good for you, sister. Robert says this, guys. Robert said something. Here it is. Robert said this. I once went to a strip club, but called the Saturday Night Live, but I think it was on for a Friday. Let's go to leave you alone. Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says Mexican food is basically all the same. It just depends on what you do with the tortilla, and the same can be said about it. I was just going to say that about Italian food as well. Yep. Being a buddy of mine have the same argument because he's an Italian. And I tell him his food's garbage. Obviously, I'm just messing. And I say that everything is the exact same. Everything. All they take is bread, cheese, and sauce, and they make something. That seems to be everything. But you're all right about Mexican food as well. It's a tortilla, a burrito, a taco. It's all the same thing. It's just a different texture of the shell, I guess, which I love both foods, especially Mexican food. Let's continue on. Let's go right here. Jamie says, I went to TG on Fridays on a Saturday. Let's go to Vegas. He says, we used to have a strip club here named the Library. I'm just going down to the library, honey.
I like it. I like that one a lot.
Don't wait up. Let's go here. Vegas says they were open. They were open? What? Georgianne, great seeing you as always. Robert says, correct, Tater. I don't think about soccer. Yeah, it doesn't exist to me either. But you know what? It doesn't mean anything. Vegas, hola, my man Aaron said this with Muth in Washington this year feels special. I think they'll dominate, and I couldn't agree with you any more than what you're saying. Mike, this was said, Travis Kelce and George Kittle watching Washington. They said this, Mike, they get downright giddy at watching Washington. Some calling him the cheat code, Mike. Some calling him a cheat code because he basically is a cheat code.
Yeah.
Down, up, left, right, select, start, something like this. And he could run down the field and nobody could tackle him. Aaron, I'm very excited about this tight end room. Listen, I mean, Muth is what he is. And what he is, I think he's a good tight end. And before, everything kind of went awry, he was off to a really good start to his career. He led at that point in his career what anybody else by Steelers tight ends in the history of Steelers tight ends have ever done. So he was a solid Heath Miller type tight end.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, if you add if you add Darnell Washington, I think this tight end room is damn good, Mike. I think I overheard somewhere that people were saying it's one of the better tight end rooms in the league. I'm like George Kittle and I'm like Travis Kelce. I'm giddy. I am giddy about especially watching my guy Darnell. I like Darnell. I'm a freak kind of guy. I like the freaks. But Mike, when I really think about what Pat Freiermuth brings to the table and what Washington has and I couldn't be more excited. I am right there. But believe it or not, I'm right there with Travis Kelce, Mike, on this.
Yeah, I know, man. Like Darnell, man, if you don't get excited watching Darnell Washington play football and you're a football fan, I question whether you're alive or not. I question whether you love football or not because this dude is so much fun to watch. I can't wait to see what a slimmed down version of Darnell Washington can do. He lost 34 pounds or some shit already. Like I said, hopefully he keeps that strength that he had and still hard to tackle. And he's going to be so much fun to watch. Man, it's this year with this offensive scheme, this coaching staff. Because we talked about Angelico. Everywhere he went, the number one tight end had the best year of their career.
That's fantastic.
And he's coming here. So if the reports are true that Darnell's going to be TE1, he's going to have a damn good year. Or be He's going to have a damn good year. I was going to say statistically a great year, but probably not because there's so many guys that are going to have to feed the ball to. But I think he's going to have such a great year, man. Be a focal point of the offense where we've seen flashes with Arthur Smith when he was here of what Darnell Washington can do when you game plan to him. But it would always fiddle away. Now, if he's going to be the focal tight end, oh my God, man, the sky can be the limit.
I'm really excited, Mike, and you know this. I saw listen, when people talk about the Steelers and where things are going, one of the first things out of my mouth is usually Mount Washington. It is the whole get up. It is the whole thing. It's the coaches, the coaching staff, the assistants, the players. I'm very excited about a lot of it. But yes, tippy top for me certainly is the mountain that is Darnell Washington, Mike. I'm very excited, and I think that they should be dominant this year, along with everything else going on, Aaron. I think that's a really good sign. Another reason I do feel overall optimistic about things that are going on with the Steelers right now. Good vibes. Good vibes are felt by all. Vegas says the LA Crackers, the Cucamonga Cracker Killers. Let's go here. Vegas says this, the practice, the fundamentals in Europe more. Yeah, they practice their fundamentals in Europe more. Absolutely. And you can see it. You can certainly see it when they play. Jamie said, I'm sorry. Jamie says closed now. Vegas. Aaron says race doesn't matter if you can win that. Exactly. Let's continue on. Let's go here to Vegas says no. Jamie says Sixers got Jaylen Brown. Let's go. JB is dope. Vegas is saying, let's go right here. Vegas. I have a cousin named Georgianne in Southwest Pennsylvania. You know what? Vegas is interesting. I had a aunt named Georgianne. She passed away, but in Southwest PA. Let's continue forward here. So, Somber says tortas, all shapes and sizes. Tortas, that's right, baby. Let's go here to Vegas. He says, at Georgianne, did you used to have a grandma named Mary and her two sisters, Ann and Ursula? Boy, would this be something?
That would be fucking wild.
If we created this connection today, Mike, on this show, a family connection. Let's go here, Robert. I do want to say, what's up, Robert? Robert, back to the show. Robert said, who is the Steelers coach? Is he getting fired this year? Yeah, he's not going to get fired this year.
No.
He just got hired 6 months ago. So I give it a few years. I don't know. Again, at the end of the day, it's all you can do. Things are looking optimistic. The vibes are good. So again, if they win, good. If they don't, give it time. Get rid of them. Bring somebody else in. That's kind of where I'm at this point. And again, I'm hoping what Coach Mack brings to the table can certainly be beneficial. And I think that the air game, the offense is going to be a lot different than anything that we're used to seeing, Mike, not only through the Tomlin era, but back through Cowher and even Noel. I mean, all three coaches were defensive-minded coaches at the end of the day. So this is the first offensive-minded coach in a long, long time. So, I mean, we may see things that we haven't seen as Steeler fans, possibly in our lives. But it is, Robert, it is Coach Mike McCarthy. Coach Mike McCarthy, he led the Green Bay Packers to the Super Bowl victory. He's from right here in Pittsburgh. So a lot of people are excited about him. A lot of optimism. Welcome to the show, Robert. Vegas says tortas is hilarious. Guys, welcome everybody. Let's get into it. Let's get ready for this 4th of July weekend. I'm wondering, I don't see Cody. I'm wondering if maybe he already blew his fingers off, Mike.
I don't see I haven't seen Tortilla either. I wonder what those two rapscallions are up to together.
I don't like it. Young Change, welcome to the show. Check out Young Change's music. Let's get into some things here, Mike. We're going to talk about real quick. This is something that where did it go? Well, just real quick, I want to throw this information out there, Mike. They are finished installing. They are finished installing the new playing surface at Acrisure Stadium. So that is done.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah. We'll wait till after high school championship weekend and see if it still looks all right. Did they say they're going to not do it up there anymore, or are they still doing it there? Do you know?
I think it's still like the way they did it last year, limited amount of games at the stadium. But what the only thing I'm worried about, is when Pitt plays and then we play again, then Pitt plays and then we play again. And that's a lot of football on that field. That our weather sucks around here, especially for the grass like that. It's just going to be at a certain point. They're probably going to have to go to like a field turf type situation, and then people are going to hate that even more. So like they're damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Tyrone in the house, big baby, the GOAT. What's up, my man? Always great seeing Ty. We got the GOAT. We see the man, the myth, the legend, the mustache, Mark Malone. It's happening, baby. Heading into the 4th of July weekend. I know that everybody's getting excited. Mike, also, with that being said, this was the sports, a sports business journal. They conducted a sports consumer insight summary, Mike, and apparently Pittsburgh is the second best sports city in the country. The second best sports city in the country. People in Pittsburgh would disagree. They would say we're the first. However, if you look at it from the outside looking in, okay, second is good. I don't know if you know, Mike, if you may have read this, but you want to take a stab at who number one might be. If you don't know and you're guessing, you're probably not going to get it. I find this bizarre, but I have a reason. But who do you think, Mike? Who is the number one sports city in the country, according to this sports business journal, along with a civic science conducted survey, Mike? Who would be the number one? Vegas is saying Vegas should be number one.
Mike? Chicago.
Chicago? It is not, Mike. It is New York.
Oh.
And my theory is because they have 55 fucking teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, by default, it's
teams up the ass.
You just have more teams. I don't know. None of them win, but okay, then next. I give you that. But if we would have had this conversation 3 weeks ago, I could have said nobody in that town wins. Again, Mike, this was in the survey, New York being the best sports city in the country. I don't agree with that. I don't think that anybody in Western Pennsylvania, and even a lot of people as they're talking about their cities, Vegas, places like this, would probably disagree with you as well. Let's continue on the board, though, everybody. Welcome to the show. Great to see us on this Friday, heading into the 4th of July weekend. Let's grab some more messages, Mike. I'm going to start right here. Aaron says, why are we hanging on to Mason? You know what? I just think right now he's just kind of a safety net. He's not a great safety net, but the thing is the guy is kind of a proven backup. Not a great backup, not even a good backup, but he's a backup. And at this point, maybe they could have cut ties with him because we have ample quarterbacks, but I think just the way the quarterback situation is what it is, and two of them are young and probably not ready, either of them, to be the backup quarterback, more than likely to be the safety net. And also, you got to think of this, Aaron. Let's just say that Aaron Rodgers blows his ankle out in the first week of the game. Now we're faced with the decision to put one of the two kids in that are still being worked with by Coach Mack and such. And they're trying to really build these guys up and work with them. So again, I just think it's where we are right now. I don't think that it's all, listen, and I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but it's almost like Charlie Batch in a way. We like having him there. You just knew, you know what I mean? If Charlie doesn't play all season, that's fine. If Charlie steps in and has to step in, he knows enough. He knows the guys. He knows the locker room. But at the end of the day, he's just he's there. He's comfortable. He's a safety net for us. And right now, especially with everything going on with the quarterback situation, I do think that that's probably what the case is. I think that would be, as of right this very second, probably counterproductive to get rid of him. But again, talk to me after camp. Who knows? Maybe the kids will come out and one of them will look head and shoulders better than the other. I don't know. But again, it's not because he's a great quarterback by any means, Aaron. I could do with or I could do without. But the fact of the matter is, it's going to be somebody in that position at some point. And right now, Will and Drew aren't there yet. So I guess it's just kind of what it is right now, Mike.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Mason as the backup. And the owner wants to win. So, and we didn't go out and get another veteran quarterback. So you have that mandate. You want to win. Is he really going to trust Will Howard or Drew Aller to be the backup if Aaron Rodgers goes down? Because he wants to win. The owner wants to win, and you're going to have a veteran back there over one of those two younger guys. So that's why he's here. Unless another backup quarterback that they might like better than Mason Rudolph comes available, look for Mason Rudolph to be here. The owner wants to win, so that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, again, I'm indifferent. I'm okay. Can there be better? Yes. Would I be cool with that? Yes. Could there be worse? Yes. Would I be cool with that? No. So again, he's safe right now. I wouldn't expect him much further than this season, though. At the end of the day, Aaron. Let's continue here to Somber. Somber says Cody has a dipstick in some oil. He's preoccupied. Again, Mike, the big winner of the Stinky Pickle Award this year in Gay History or Gay Pride Month went to Derpy. Derpy is the annual Stinky Pickle Award winner. So make sure to tell him that when you see him. Congratulations. Robert signed this. So Pitt is yes, they were going West Coast offense. Isn't that crazy? Again, this is something that's new to everybody that's a Steeler fan, going back through 3 coaches. And Mike, that doesn't come around too often. This West Coast offense is kind of an exciting thing for us. Like,
Yeah, like it's I don't know. Like we kind of had versions of it before with the quick passing and slants and stuff. But I think it's now it's the official West Coast offense.
Yes,
Like, okay, we
is.
have an official West Coast offense. Kind of
If
what
Ben would have been involved in the West Coast offense his whole career, Mike, he would have had some serious numbers.
it looked like when Todd Haley was here. You can argue that was kind of like a version of a West Coast offense with the killer bees.
That's what I'm saying. If it was like through the course of his career, his numbers would have been amazing. So, yeah, let's go right here. Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says Mason is the only backup with and that's basically the answer in layman's terms. JPJ's the GOAT, which I always disagree with him. I always disagree with this Tyrone. He says JPJ's the GOAT, and I don't agree with that because I think, Tyrone, you're the GOAT, my brother. Welcome to the show. Always great seeing you, sir. And JPJ is the GOAT. Don't get me twisted. Vegas says this Cody is messing with the salad dressing bottle again. Let's go to Robert. Robert says this. I believe third down conversions will be a problem. And you know what? These are things, Robert, that we have to improve. Obviously, getting off the field on third down on defense and moving to chains on first down on offense. So, I mean, the new coaches coming in there, I'm sure they're well aware of this. The coordinators are all changed. And again, to put out the same team and get the same results, I think would be kind of bizarre, being that you're going all new scheme, new coaches, again, just a new personality to every position room on the team. So you're right. You're not wrong. It has to be fixed. So again, at the end of the day, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt as of right now. I have no reason not to until I see them fail and continue to fail. But as of right now, I'm sure they're very aware of this, and they're going to work on third downs for sure. And throwing the ball around, Mike, and giving them more weapons to throw the ball around also should benefit on third downs.
Yeah, big time. I can't wait for training camp. I just want to start seeing how this team, like the ideas of what the coach staff's going to do in these 3 preseason games, to get a feel of how they're going to run the offense and defense. Because we knew, for the past 18 years how the team was going to play football.
Absolutely.
This year we don't. So training camp needs to get here. Because I want to learn how McCarthy's going to run shit around here once we start playing.
Vegas says, Mike, he says Vegas should be number 1 on the list. You know what? I don't know if number 1, but they're certainly moving up the list. They're getting a lot better with their sports there, and I'm happy to see it for the people of Vegas that love their sports. So good on them. Robert says Boston. Yeah, no, they won a lot too. No two ways about it. You know what? When they get recognized for things here and there, and I usually keep my mouth shut. I respect Boston. But you know what? Now's our time. They gave us the nod, so F them. F them and their cars. They could go drive their cars off a cliff for all I care. In Boston. Let's continue right here. Vegas says, this Mike, what's good, Ty? Great seeing Ty, of course. Let's go to Robert. Robert says, nah, sports betting is New Jersey with people claiming New York less taxes. Let's go to Robert. Robert says, how about those just end the season? You know what? The Jets are funny, and they can be made fun of in about a million ways. But they didn't get a single interception last year. That should be the only thing that's said. I don't care about anything else. I don't know if I've ever seen a team never get an interception in a whole season. I mean, balls bounce off a guy's hands and land in your arms sometimes. So the fact that they got none really blows me away. But the Jets, let's continue. I'm seeing more New York sports. And listen, I grew up with New York sports. I was a fan. I teetered because when I was a kid, some of our teams stink. And when you're a kid, you tend to jump to other teams that are doing well. I'll get to that in just a second. But some of these teams, I don't disagree. Let's move along here a little bit. Let's go to Jamie. Jamie says the Yankees win. No, they do. They are the team in baseball. No two ways about it. They are the face of baseball. I give that to them. I have no problem conceding to the New York Yankees in that sense. Like even when the Pirates did have a good, all the way up until the early 90s, a very, very, very great franchise, winning a bunch of World Series, even beating the Yankees with a walk-off in 1960. So, again, total respect to the Yankees. Nobody does it better. But you know what? Give somebody a league where there's no salary cap and one team gets to spend $1 gazillion and other teams get to spend $100. I'm just saying this certainly benefited the Yankees.
Oh, big time.
There. Robert says Mets, my entire team sucks. You know what? And I was a Mets fan. That's when I was a kid. I bounced back and forth between the Pirates and the Mets, and I'm seeing some names here that I will certainly talk about just in a second. Let's see. Vegas says we have all the leagues now, and the Olympic team practices here. Also have NASCAR, F1, in NFL. That's cool, man. Jamie says 28 championships to be exact. And I also want to say this. You know that the fastball back in the Babe Ruth era was 75 miles an hour. I'm just saying I could hit a 75-mile-per-hour fastball. I'm just saying I'm not going to say anything beyond that. But let's move ahead. It was 75 to 80 miles an hour was the average fastball.
I was going to say I want to see one of those guys try to hit a splinker off Paul Skeens.
Exactly.
The way Skeens has been pitching, I think they would have no problem.
Babe Ruth would be the strikeout king if he was facing some of these pitchers nowadays.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not taking anything away from them. Mad credit to them. It is what it is. Let's continue. Robert says, what's the beer for the 4th of July? The beer is, baby, right here. Don't forget it. The Duquesne Pilsner beer that you see. I have the Castleback in the background. Duquesne Pilsner, made right here in Pittsburgh. The people there always do good things for us. We try to do good things back for them. So if you are on your way out this weekend, maybe stop at Giant Eagle to get yourself a 6-pack or 12-pack of Duquesne Pilsner, or wherever cases are sold, Mike. It says right on the can, grab a Duke.
Grab a Duke.
And it's made right here in Western PA. And that's the game plan for us. Excuse me. At least Vegas says this. Y'all had Doc and Darryl. Absolutely. Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden, Howard Johnson, Gary Carter, Keith Hernandez, Mookie Wilson, Kevin McReynolds, Kevin Elster. I mean, the list really went on. Sid Fernandez, David Cohn. Robert says, I'm a Pirates fan, which ultimately I am too. I mean, I was a goofy kid when I was a kid, and I, like everybody else, I had alternate teams. But the Mets were my squad then. I am a Pirates fan, however. Robert says this. He says, love Franco Harris back in the day. F Dallas. Lost my baseball cards because I didn't understand gambling better. Betted for the win, but the spread killed me. That sucks, man. I am sorry to hear that, man. Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says this. He says, me too. We are family. That's right, big dog. Willie Stargell, baby. Vegas says, my bad. I thought you said you like the Mets. Let's go here to Robert. Robert says, damn, I missed the 70s. Vegas says, did the last two OCs have a name for their schemes? Yeah, Dumb and Dumber. If we're talking about Arthur Smith and Matt Canada, if they didn't, we just renamed it. It was called Dumb and Dumber. Let's go right here. Vegas says, no, we don't want tie cornerback one. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Jamie says this. Pittsburgh Steelers, Pittsburgh Penguins, New York Yankees, the Sixers, Florida State Seminoles. Can you tell I was in the Air Force? Yes, I was starting to think that. I do know people that are definitely in that same exact boat. Robert says this. Why do Steelers play week 1? Is it home or they play the Atlanta Falcons week 1 at home? Week 1, Atlanta Falcons at home. Aaron says this. A lot of people who don't understand that we have a whole new system except 4 or 5 players. I mean, that's not, I know it's not Tolman's team. And again, whatever, right, Aaron? We just want to win. Get us back winning in January. Give me a chance. Make me think that I have a chance to play in February. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if Bob Barker's our freaking coach. You know what I mean? Just get us there. Just get us back to winning football games. I'm willing to put everything aside, never make a comment about anybody's losing streak or whatever. I'll do it. I swear to you. I will never bring this stuff up. Just get us back to winning some games in January. Please. That's all we want. Let's continue on. Let's go to Vegas. He says, all the leagues hate us because we had betting. Now they're all here in advertising betting. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's what Vegas is known for. Say what you want about all the sports. I mean, considering, that's what people think. They think Las Vegas. They think gambling. I don't know if the sports have changed that yet, but from an outsider's perspective, that's, you still think Vegas is all about the casinos. Let's go right here. Robert, 1969 was a long time ago, but you know what? It was also a year, Robert, that may have been. I always like to say, Mike, maybe in 1969, everybody was so tripped up on acid that because the Jets and the Mets both won the championship. Now the Jets they sold their soul to the devil in 1969 with Joe Namath. But I mean, they're never any good. And the Mets, I mean, are generally pretty bad. In 1969, they both win. Come on.
Yeah, everyone was so high. It just happened.
Hey guys, did you hear the Jets and the Mets won the championships?
What?
Yeah, man, that's fucking awesome, man.
You want to talk about manufactured? Like Jets, Mets, that rhymes. It's been rigged since 1969.
That's what I'm saying. And everybody bought it because they were so fucked up.
The CIA is involved in this somehow, God damn it. Corey, where are you? We need you, brother.
I can see Jimi Hendrix up there. Everybody, Mets and Jets. You know, getting everybody all fired up at Woodstock.
Hey, we have an important announcement. Don't take the brown acid, and the Mets and Jets just won.
Don't take the brown acid. That's right.
Don't take the brown acid.
Vegas says 09 last Yankee. And you know what? I always make that argument too. I mean, you know, people say but they're always in there. They're always good. You know, but I agree. And listen, I applaud baseball that they have champions that are different every year. I really do. I don't want to see the Yankees win every year. Just like I don't in any sport. You don't want to see the same team constantly win. Let's continue.
Unless it's your team.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing. If it's the Penguins, the Pirates, and Steelers, they can win every goddamn year.
Absolutely. Let's continue right here. Vegas. I'm sorry. Robert said this. He says Yankees are done. The owner is scum. He now knows lockout is coming. He's actually not spending and dumpster diving. Vegas says Ohtani is greater than Ruth. I couldn't agree more. Yep. Absolutely. Ohtani's. I mean, in this day and age, with especially the way the guys are hitting or throwing the pitch, how they pitch, the guy still knocks. And he's a pitcher. And he can still knock the ball out the park like he does. Like I said, Mike, Babe Ruth was hitting 75-mile-per-hour fastballs. Go to the batting cages today. Take the kids. Do a little experiment. Step into the 75-mile-per-hour cage and just let me know how much better you feel about yourself. So there you go. Listen, I'm not bad-mouthing him, but I'm just saying. Come on. Let's go to Robert. He says this. I don't think I could find it in Jersey. I don't think I could find it in Jersey. Let's go here. Is that where you're at, Robert? Are you up there? Are you over in Jersey, New York? Let's go here. Let's grab Robert. How do you spell it? Oh, Duquesne Pilsner. Yeah, probably not. Duqe.
I put it in the chat.
Okay, there it is. Mike has it right there. Duqueuesne Pilsner Pilsner. But it's expanding. It used to be big, then it went down. Then the new owners they got in there, and now it's growing again. So check it out, Duquesne Pilsner, delicious. It is the beer of the show. Let's continue right here. Jamie says absolutely, Ryan. Loved them before. I knew how much money they had to spend. The money situation I feel for the Pirates, but they also made a lot of bad choices about keeping players. Yeah. And being smart. And here's they listen, Jamie. This was the first year. This was the most money they've ever spent to start a season. The Pirates. And what they do, they went out and grabbed 3 bats. They basically had the same thing they had last year. Grabbed 3 bats, and this is the most money they've ever spent. So again, baseball ultimately comes down to money, and I hate that. One team could spend, like I said, with the Yankees, they spend endlessly usually, and they had for many, many of years and decades. In teams like Oakland, Pittsburgh, and Kansas City, it's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up because the playing field's not level. That's kind of a problem. I'm just saying it's just kind of a problem. Let's continue on the board, though. Let's go right here. Vegas. Vegas says this. Did you guys ever listen to sports radio and a guy named Papa Joe Cavalier who graduated from Duquesne? I have not. Jamie says Yankees want revenge on the Dodgers. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. I like to sit down and watch a good Yankees and Dodgers World Series. I'm not going to say I don't want to see them win all the time. But if I sit down and watch Yankees and Dodgers, I know that it's probably going to be a pretty damn good baseball game. At the end of the day, Mike, you're putting all this money in. This better be a damn good baseball game.
Yeah. Exactly. It's not cheap.
Yeah. Far out, man, is what Somber is saying. Vegas says this. Vegas is always the number 2 spot during the Super Bowl. Number 1 is the Super Bowl host. Let's go here. Let's go to Robert. 65-year anniversary. Steelers need to bring back cheerleaders, babes. Only no men in skirts. I couldn't agree more. Mike says no. He says, I want the men in skirts.
I just want to watch football.
Well, you don't have to watch the cheerleaders.
I don't need cheerleaders.
Well, you don't have to watch them.
Cheerleaders.
Why poo-poo everybody else's good time?
Cheerleaders racing pierogies is the same thing too. I'm there to watch the game. That's just my curmudgeon take. I'm there to watch the game. I don't.
And there's nothing stopping you. Let everybody else enjoy themselves.
I know. I just want to watch the game. I'm with Dan Rooney on this.
There you go. 99% of the other males all would like the women,
That's
but you know what? That's fine.
Me, Dan Rooney, and Ike Taylor
Excuse
were
me.
all on this side, brother.
Vegas says I wouldn't mind the Dodgers three-peating this year. I mean, they went forever without doing anything, so good for them. I don't know. Everyone's kind of getting annoyed with them already, but I got to be honest with you. They didn't really do anything for probably a few decades, so at the end of the day, good on them. Aaron says Ozzy Osbourne was at the event. LOL, everybody was stoned. Sounds like a blast. I was at one of those events with Ozzy before. Great time, Ozfest. Let's go here. Vegas says Ruth never went 2020. F the Dodgers, Jamie is saying. Somber says the bats also changed a lot. They sure did. Robert says, is the beer in Jersey? Yes. Okay, you are. That's awesome, man. Welcome to the show. Home of Artie Lang, one of my favorites. Let's continue right here. Let's go to Robert again. Robert says, okay, I'll look for. Yeah, check it out, man. Again, no guarantees, but it's certainly spreading back out, because they were down in Texas, I know, really pushing it not too long ago. So again, I know that it is certainly getting back out there, guys. Do grab some Duquesne Pilsner for the weekend. Robert says Babe Ruth used a 54-inch bat in today's game. He would be using a 32 to yeah, I know, for sure. Somber says, yeah, different game. MJ and Braun debate. Yeah, absolutely. You could absolutely use that comparison. Jamie says Ohtani is the GOAT, but Babe, yeah, I mean, he is. I mean, he's the original again. At the end of the day, you can't take a guy away. You can't take it away from a guy, Mike, for being alive during a certain time. You know, he did the best he did with what they had, and that was the best. Nobody did better. So, again, do what you want with comparisons. He was the original.
Yeah, well, the thing is that, like, you remember, though, he only played against half the available talent at the time, because they were in a whole separate league. So he, bunch of white guys playing against each other, right? Kind of like the Lakers trying to win with a bunch of white guys.
I agree. That's what they talk about the Browns winning all these championships. You played against all white guys. You can't. You don't count that.
You had all white guys and then the lone black guy. Of course you won. You had the advantage. But no, like in that era in baseball, it's it's the segregated era of baseball. There's literally two distinct leagues. So
yeah, there's like a time period whenever they only let half the people play. You can't really count that. You can't.
Like people want to say the steroid era needs an asterisk. I think the segregation era deserves the bigger asterisk, because at least in the steroid era, everyone, regardless of race, was allowed to play juice to the gills.
Yeah. I was all about the steroid era. I liked it.
Like, so was the media, so were the owners, so were the commissioner, until people started saying, "Oh my God, this is bad for baseball." They were like, "Oh yeah, man, we can't have this." All the fans came back.
It's all these 2020s party poopers. Nobody wants anything fun anymore.
Well, the thing that sucks is, like, baseball was dying because it came after the strike and the lockout. Then McGuire and Sosa were juiced to the gills, hitting home runs. People started watching and like, come on back. Then once they got the fans back, then they're like, okay, they're here. Oh no, we can't have this anymore. These guys are blackballed. Like, you fucking used them and exploited them, knowing what they were doing, just to get everyone back, and then you exclude them. It's some dirty ass shit that the commissioner and those in the media did.
Yeah, you're right. Jamie says Tony's okay. We did get that. Jamie says always be right here. Robert says Steelers and Giants. No cheerleaders. Woo woo. Let's go down to right here. Vegas says Ruth had 125 steals and was caught 117 times. What the fuck? You know what? When they play the old videos, they seem like they're running really fast. You remember watching the old baseball videos? I don't know if they cut frames out.
They're cranked so fast. They all look faster than Usain Bolt.
Yeah, they sure did. Vegas said career. Okay, gotcha. Let's go down right here. Let's go to Robert. Robert says this. The best cheerleaders of all time were the Arizona Wranglers of the 1980s USFL League. Skippy outfits is an understatement. Of course, our Pittsburgh Maulers, the purple and orange Pittsburgh Maulers, were in those leagues for a while in the 80s. Robert S. says this. Wish my wife would have closed caption or mute button. Okay, I'll catch y'all later. Thank you. All right, Robert. Great having you, man. All the way from New Jersey. Vegas says Alabama was all white play. That's what I'm saying. You can't count anything when it's all just. I mean, just to be fair for everybody. Somber says bring back Coach Boone. Where the hell is Denzel? And think about the Yankees, Mike. When I was a kid, they stunk. They stunk through the 80s. They stunk all the way up until the end of the 90s.
Yeah.
When Joe Torre and Derek Jeter and that whole
Yeah.
Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams. I mean, like they had a pretty good squad, and then they just kind of took off again and couldn't stop them. Vegas says they voted Barry MVP, Barry Bonds 4 times while thinking he was on drugs. Won't vote for him for the Hall of Fame. Winning those awards could have changed players for others. I agree.
He never tested positive either. That's just good genetics and flaxseed oil.
Jamie says this shape, of course, he got caught stealing. Tyrone says y'all see J Ram. Yes, he's 82 so far. The only Steeler in the top 100. I have another 100 list, guys. Top 100 running backs of all time. This list came out the other day. Mike, top 100 running backs of all time. Highest position for the Steelers comes in at number 16. Was Franco Harris. Number 23, Bussy coming in at 23. Le'Veon Bell coming in at 56 all time. And Mike, the 4th Steeler that made this list of top 100 running backs of all time was way back in the day, John Henry Johnson. He was number 57, just right behind Le'Veon Bell. So 4 Steeler running backs land on this list of top 100 running backs of all time. Franco Harris, 16. Bussy, of course, Jerome Bettis, 23. Le'Veon Bell, 56. And John Henry Johnson, 57, Mike.
Dude, if we would have paid Lev Bell, he'd be so much higher on that list and like be getting ready to go into the Hall of Fame. He changed the way running backs play football. But look at all like some of the best running backs that have come after. They've all have that patience now to where they're not afraid to be slow to the hole and then accelerate once they see it. Whereas before him, like the thing was, you got to see the hole, hit the hole. They just put your foot in the dirt and run. And that's how he was his rookie year. And then he came back that following year with cut down a lot of weight and just became that guy that we all knew and fell in love with his running style. It was insane, like the way he changed. Now you look Bijan Robinson, Gibbs, even Ezekiel Elliott, Saquon Barkley, they all copied his running style to an extent. They were all influenced by that. Hey, we can be patient, let the hole open up, and then accelerate, not just accelerate and go.
It was shitty that his career kind of went the way that it did because, he was different. He was unique. He put up the numbers. He was productive. As you said, he changed the way the game was. Just kind of shitty that things went the way that they went for him with his career. Very, very unfortunate.
We had to pay Ramon Foster and Alejandro Villanueva. Well, they were the weakest side of the line. That's why Ben had to get rid of the ball so fast, and Bell had to change his running style.
Oh, whatever. I just know that
running back 1, wide receiver 2 on the team.
What's
Fuck
that?
you, Kevin Colbert. Fuck you, Kevin Colbert.
Yeah. I only kept guys like Deontay Johnson around who went through a whole season without getting a touchdown. So, I mean,
my guy. That's my guy, too. I love the weirdos.
Remember, I like the first. You like the weirdos.
Dichotomy of my favorite players, man.
Two of my favorite, two of the weirdest things, Mike, was whenever the Jets couldn't intercept the pass all season, and Deontay Johnson, the number 1 receiver, didn't catch a touchdown pass all season.
He had like 800 yards, almost 1,000 yards that year. Yeah. Couldn't find the end zone.
Speaking of wide receiver 1, did you hear this outlandish Bleacher Reports the hypothetical trade that they put out, talking about how crazy people are right here, Mike? In this hypothetical 3-team trade put out by the Bleacher Report, this hypothetical, Mike, they're saying the Steelers in this move would get Brandon Ayuk and the New York Jets 3rd-round pick. The New York Jets would receive Mac Jones from San Francisco, and get this, San Francisco would then receive DK Metcalf from us. So give us Brandon Ayuk and give everybody else. What the fuck?
Like Brandon Ayuk, who hasn't played a down on football in 2 years, we don't know if that knee is ever going to be. We don't know the situation of his knee. Yeah, we're going to give him that much money. Insane.
Let's send our number 1 receiver to San Francisco and take the guy that's given us headaches for 3 straight years. Sure. Yeah. And let's let the Jets benefit. Get the fuck out of here.
Like we lose out on this trade. I saw that come across, and I was like, "Are you fucking?"
You think?
Like, are they just letting like derpy design trades for these organizations now? Is that why we haven't seen the man?
Possibly. Or he got eaten by a big alligator in Florida. It would have to be a big one, I would imagine.
Alligator. I feel sorry for that alligator.
I bet he has a lot of gristle. Let's continue on. Let's go right here to
I don't know why that made me chuckle.
I don't even know what it didn't even make any sense.
I picture it.
Let's go down here, guys. Let's go. Mark Malone. Yeah, roids was great for baseball. See, I like the roids for baseball. I do. I don't know.
Like, some of the best home run hitters weren't jacked guys, so being jacked and muscular is not going to help it. Bonds was hitting home runs before he got jacked up.
Yeah, but he hit 73 of them when he was jacked up.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Let's go here to Jamie. He said he also smoked. LOL. See, I like them days. I like the days when Jim Leland was smoking cigarettes in the dugout.
Rookie eaters.
Yeah, I mean those are my days. I'm a Gen Xer when it comes to baseball. Let's go here to Tyrone. My man Tyrone says Porter better be top 20 or I'll be pissed. He hasn't let up a touchdown in 3. I seen some other numbers. I don't remember what they were, Mike. I was just reading some the other day, kind of passively skimming, and there was other numbers that was impressive about him. I thought, geez, oh man, we should talk about that. But of course, I forgot to write it down because you know what? We didn't have any fucking any power. 26 straight hours of 100 degrees.
Miserable.
I almost lost my fucking mind.
Sleeping in the car like I was a homeless man.
Like you, I wasn't going to even bring this up. Over the 26-hour period, Mike was in his car about 19 of the hours. And in the other 5 hours, he went down to Ohio to visit family. But you know what? That's all right. That's good, man. You didn't want to deal with the heat. It was hot.
I stuck it out that first night. I was in the house, then in the car. Then I had to go into work on like 45 minutes of sleep. That was fun. My neck is still messed up from that night. Yeah, it was a rough one. And I was like, no, I'm going to a place where it's nice and cool.
You know the part, yeah. You know the part that really sucks about it to me, Mike, is you want listen. If you're in 101 degrees for 26 hours, even a portion of that, even the good things don't seem good to you anymore.
Yeah.
Because the other day when you was heading down to Ohio, I was like, I got some Burger King burgers, which I love.
Yeah.
But they're not. It wasn't any fun. I couldn't. The serotonin, the dopamine didn't hit my brain.
The fun chemicals did not release.
My fun chemicals didn't release. There I am, sweating, drenching with the fucking chewing up a burger, and I was just so miserable. But there was no end to it. That's why nothing was fun. I didn't know when it was going to stop. Again, who knows? This could have went on through the weekend for all we knew. I was ready.
And everything is like temporary now. Temporary.
Yeah. I was temporarily about to jump off a bridge. I was
getting insane. Everyone around the studio is getting insane. Like, I have a lifeline. Who's coming with me? I'll drop you off wherever you need to go. Let's go.
Who's coming with me, man?
That's really what it was. I felt like Jim Brewer. Who's coming with me, man? And then
what was her name? Like Ann or something. She's like, I forget. What was her name?
What the fuck? Oh God.
I don't know. She was gay though.
Or not Gwyneth Paltrow.
She was gay. He wanted her to go with her. She's like, I'm a big dyke, man.
Oh,
Jan, there it is.
Jan,
Jan,
that's right.
Who's coming with me?
I confused two movies.
Let's continue on the board. Thank you, Somber. You are the man. You know this. Porter not on the list. Mark Malone says he's ready to kick some dust up on this July 3rd, heading into the weekend. Somber says talent-wise, Bell should be top 20 at least. And from what we've seen, you know what? If his career would have been extended and he would have, listen, yes, absolutely. I'm agreeing with you. Let's go right here. Vegas says Le'Veon still needs to box his agent. He's always trying to box somebody. Maybe him and little AB could get at it. They could go at it someday. That could be a lot of fun. Let's go here to RB. What's up, RB? Always great seeing RB from the show. He says Bell in a 3-year stretch was maybe the best back ever. And I don't think many people would disagree with that. I loved it. Vegas says this. Nobody saw the Steelers version of Le'Veon at MSU. If you did, yeah, I know you're right. Matter of fact, when we drafted him, I'm from Michigan State. I thought, okay, what's this? Let's hope this works. Like we are now kind of with Caleb Johnson, let's hope this thing works out. Nobody would have thought, Mike, that he had patience and vision the way he did.
No, because he was a big bruising back coming from Michigan State.
3-year stretch, of course, RB. Got you on that, sir. Vegas says, have you guys been playing the NFL 20s game? Mike, no, what is this?
I did. It's where, like, you're randomly generated, like, a team comes up, and then it'll generate players, and then, like, okay, you have to pick what player and put him at a position. And it could be from any team in any era. So you got to like pick and choose and build your roster. The best I got was like 18-2, I think.
What is this on?
It's online somewhere. It's
Oh,
got
okay.
like a 20-0 game, and they have one for baseball or one for basketball. I think hockey, football. So yeah,
All right.
they're good time killers. And
Okay.
there's a couple different versions out there from different people.
Oh, that's what else I want to say. You ever hear anybody say life goes too fast? Life's going too fast lately. Oh my God, you just can't stop time. Time is going so fast. I have the answer. Throw your phone and all technology out the window. When I was in this heat, Mike, and I had no power and no phone because the Wi-Fi was, Mike, that was the longest 26 hours of my life. Add a little bit of heat to it if you want to add some spice.
Yeah.
But if you want your time to slow down, you don't want to become an old person fast. Throw all your technology, throw your TVs, your phones. Mike, I had nothing for my mind to go to. Like, as you know, you're sitting in a doctor's office, you open up your phone. Well, guess what? Before you know it, they're calling you in. It's certainly a thing. This is why time goes fast. This is why kids even say time goes fast nowadays. Mike, we went outside for the day,
Yep.
and you just waited till it got dark. I mean, there was nothing to get you by. It's, again, as I was sitting here, Mike, those were the longest 26 hours probably in my 47 years of life. If you want time to slow down, start with the phone. I'm just saying. I like my phone. I like using it every day. I'm not telling anybody not to like their phone. I'm just saying, you want to try this experiment, a little bit of a sociological experiment. Turn your phone off for the day, for the weekend, and tell me if life doesn't slow down for you. I'm just saying. Let's continue on the board here, Mike.
Let's do it.
Somber says this. He says, I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of the videos. I'm gonna have to check this out. Robert says this. Robert says Bell was 240 when he played at MSU. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
RB says there is much to blame on Pickett than Johnson. If it more than that, I think Johnson was somewhere in the middle of what Steeler fans think. And more than likely, I would agree. I have a disposition against him. I know that Mike often defended him, so I think it's somewhere in between. Somber says Deontay was great until he wasn't.
Yeah, that the year before he had the 0 touchdowns, he had 107 catches, almost 1,200 yards, and 8 touchdowns. It's like then he had 800 yards and then no touchdowns, and he followed up 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. You're thinking he's getting back, and then career just dropped.
Like, and, you know, he didn't get a whole lot of help from coordinators and the team that we had and things that were going on at the time. So, you know, I seen the guy run backwards. I seen him drop plenty of passes, and I seen him not get a touchdown on a whole year. I'm not going to say it's everybody else's fault. I think he had plenty to do with it.
Oh, yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know what? He's gone. It's kind of funny now, more than anything. So let him go bother other people. I don't even know what he's up to these days, but I'm sure he's probably bothering them, dropping shit everywhere.
He's probably trying to convince Big Ben to come out of retirement because his first 3 years in the league, him and Big Ben were like building a really good connection, and you're thinking, man, we got a guy, because his numbers were on track with Scary Terry's from Washington. They were like the same production level, and then one has continued to play well, and the other's just fallen off the face of the earth.
I hear you, man.
Life comes at you fast.
Listen, I don't say he wasn't good to be a dick. I just say he wasn't good because I wasn't impressed with him. I don't know. Shoot me. Let's continue right here. Let's go to Vegas. I'm sorry, RB. RB says the entire Ayuk thing was a fucking joke, dude. Wasn't all that great to begin with. He was the number 4 option on the stack team, so he benefited from a little to no focus. Hey, you're not wrong either. Matter of fact, the only reason that I even remotely thought he was good because he kicked our ass 3 years ago in that opening game of the season. Beyond that, I was like, okay, well, yeah, he's good. He kicked our ass. He looked good, but we dodged the bullet, I think. I mean, we went a couple seasons without a wide receiver, but in this particular case, we did dodge that bullet. Vegas says, I like how we can choose one team to try to go 20-0. It's way easier. I'm going to have to check this out. Mark Malone says, to hell with Clank Johnson. Robert says, this Deontay was great until he lost his sense of direction. He was like a glitch on a video game is always kind of what it reminded me of. Ty says this, Deontay was always okay to me. Then motherfucker started running backwards. Yeah. Bro, you're literally going the wrong way. Somber says, yeah, until he became Deontay Dropson. Let's go here to Vegas. DJ's drops were the worst time. I know that was the bad part about it. They really were. Somber says the unchallenged drops were the heartbreakers. And those were the ones that kind of bothered me last year with DK Metcalf. I can remember running across the middle of the field, Mike. He had about 2 steps on the guy covering him, and that ball just right to the ground. And when I thought, what? But he's human, I guess. Let's
like inopportune times.
Right.
Like remember that 1 year when he just couldn't catch a single goddamn thing.
Yeah.
And then it spread to everyone else. I've never seen
it. Was bad. It was. I mean, we were 11-0.
Yeah.
And then every single football player on the team forgets how to catch a football. It was unbelievable. I'm just beginning to wonder, Mike, this is when Vegas and NFL were starting to have little flings and before the big deals got made. I'm just saying, 11-0 to nobody on your team being able to catch a football. Listen, yes, the 11-0 team was way overrated. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I mean, come on, it's like
it's just comical.
It is.
Your quarterback couldn't throw over like 20 yards. Your receivers couldn't catch.
Yeah, your running backs couldn't run. Come on, you know.
Your coach can't coach. Tacklers can't tackle. Your kicker can't kick.
Exactly. Somber says they unchanged. Okay, the unchallenged. I just got that one actually. We're heartbreakers. Vax says Vegas Somber. Jan. Thank you, Jan. Let's go here to Ty. Ty says DK does the same shit. Oh, there he goes. Drops be the worst time. Thank God for Pittman and Bernard. Mike, this is something that the Fat Man, I saved my Fat Man comment till right now, kind of going off of what was being said by Ty. The Fat Man, of course, right here in the Berg, there's a very, very large man that just talks a bunch of shit. Mike, he makes this comment. He says this. The third wide receiver could have a lot smaller role in the Steelers' offense than people think this year, Mike. Go ahead and respond, and then I'll say what I got to say.
No. Like I have a feeling our third receiver is going to have an impactful year, being in the slot. You know, and you're going to want to get the ball out quick. You're actually going to attack the middle of the field this year. And if it's Jeremy Bernard, that's where he's going to make his living in the NFL. That's where he made his living in college. It was those dirty hairs, being the Mr. Consistent, being the guy who's always going to be in the right spot. I think it's not going to be a monster. Oh, he has 900 yards, 1,000 yards. I don't think anyone's going to have that because there's just going to be so many balls or so many guys demanding the ball. It's going to be hard for someone to just be the guy and have all the yardage. So, like, statistically wise, your number 3 might not have eye-popping numbers, but they're going to be an important piece of the puzzle. It's just you run a 3-receiver set. He's going to put up numbers. You know, Aaron's not just going to be chucking deep balls all day to guys. You know, you have a feeling our third guy is going to be Jeremy. He's going to be living and finding those soft spots in the zone in the middle of the field for as a safety valve for Rodgers, while the other guys do some of the dirty work.
So again, this very fat man that is the person that is responsible for giving Pittsburgh Steelers fans the news, the scoop, keeping them informed, keeping them in touch with everything that's going on. Like the very fat man here in the Berg says this: a third wide receiver could have a lot smaller role in the Steelers offense than you would think, Mike. I think this is one of the fucking dumbest takes that you could even listen. Let's just say in the past, when Arthur Smith was here and we only had one receiver and we started throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage over half the amount of times that we threw the ball, blah, blah, blah. Possibly, this was a statement that could have been held true. It didn't age well. This could have been something that you could have said about the team in the past because, again, who the hell was our third wide receiver? Mike, with the way that this team is being put together, the way that this team is being built, the way this team is being, the coaching staff is put together, the offensive minds being in charge, I think that there's no way that this is even a possibility, Mike. These, again, the wise words of the fat man.
Yeah, like I just went to Dallas's offense last year because they still run a variation of the Mike McCarthy offense. Their top 2 receivers, George Pickens, 1,400 yards, CD Lamb, 1,000, and then their tight end was 600 yards. And then the next one is 475 yards. It was their number 3 wide receiver. That's what a typical number 3 is going to have. And that guy still had 40 catches, 475 yards, 4 touchdowns, a couple of key a bunch of first downs, like 29 first downs out of their 40 catches. That sounds like a key contributor to me into the offense. So, yeah, if Jeremy would put up around those numbers, or even if it's Roman Wilson puts up around those numbers, or both those guys put up 1,000 yards between the two of them, that's a number 3 role being used perfectly, where you have more or less 2 number 1 wide receivers and you have 2 number 1 tight ends. Like that's kind of how the system works. So I don't know how that's a small part of the offense. It sounds like a key contributor. Granted, they're probably
going to be a huge contributor
more than we do, but just breaking it down and you scale it to our production level, what we're anticipating, because I think we're going to run more than pass. It's going to scale out to be, they're going to be a key contributor, but statistically, they're not going to look like it. But if you actually watch the game, they're going to be a key contributor.
Again, let's move on.
What do I know? What do I know?
Vegas says, do you think people in jail for life think life goes? No, they probably think it goes by real slow. And just depending on the person, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. Maybe some of them want to be dead. Who knows? If you're in for life, I think I would probably just hang myself. You would think, with no chance of ever getting out. And what are you doing? What are you living for? Just to get up and be? I don't know. I would think that it probably goes very slow. I would guess. That's just my guess, though. I don't know. Somber says, time and loved ones, the only 2 things you don't get back in this world, and virginity in a whispered voice. Let's continue. Let's go right here to Daniel. What's up, man? Welcome back to the show. Daniel says, hi, I'm from Tampa, Florida. I grew up in the South Hills. Hey, man, that's awesome, dude. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Terrible Board, Dan. Great to have you here. Hope you're ready for the big 4th of July weekend. Also, and we're just 72 days away until the Pittsburgh Steelers kick off against the Atlanta Falcons right here in Pittsburgh. Great to have you, Daniel. Lovely to see you. Let's continue to move on here to Mark Malone. Mark, the myth, the man, the mustache. He says, remember Bell damn near knocking himself out across the goal line in his rookie year. Hung on to the ball too long. Stop calling him labia. Bell then. Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says, go 20-0 with our Steelers, picking players from different eras by position is pretty cool. They have other sports too. That is pretty cool. I am going to check that out over the weekend. Now that I do have power back, I could do that. Let's go here to Ronald. Ronald says, good day, Yinzers. A good day for everybody and a happy, safe 4th of July. Ronald, my friend, thank you so much. Happy 4th of July to you. I hope everybody has a safe weekend there, and hope you have a nice weekend. Maybe see some people, eat some grub, and stay cool. I guess that's the big one. Let's go to Jamie. Jamie says, I hope Ayuk never plays it down. He's a big puss. Yeah, I know. Let's go here. Vegas. Vegas says, if they just give it to Ayuk, if they just give Ayuk to us for nothing, I mean, just give him to us. Let us see if he works. If he doesn't, we'll just. I know you can't invest anything in this guy at this point, Mike. And here's the thing. Unfortunately for him, I think the rest of the league sees it. It's not just the Steelers. Again, Washington was the name at the beginning of last week. I don't know what's going on with that. I know that he's not a commander at this point. So again, who knows? These guys, that reputation could kill you. These guys that are kind of pains in the asses, and that's what he was, Mike. He was a pain in the ass. More than anything. I don't think the guy's a troublemaker. I don't think he's any of these things. I just think that he's a pain in the ass, and some guys don't want to work with guys like that. I understand.
Yeah, once you start to get up there in age and go down, like you're not gonna. Teams aren't gonna put up with that anymore.
I agree. Let's go to Ronald. Ronald says, this man training camp in actual real practicing with pads can't come fast enough. That's right, dude. And you know what? It's going to be less than a month away, Ronald, if you can believe it. The 28th, the guys will be showing up in St. Vincent College in Latrobe. Also, the 29th, practice officially starts on the 3rd. Is it the 2nd or the 3rd? Whatever it would be, the 3rd. The first day of pads. Then on the 8th is the Saturday Night Lights. And then finally, the last camp practice of the summer will be on August 17th. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 14 days in total. They're all looks like 11, 11:20, and 10 o'clock starts. So that's what that looks like as of right now. Ryan Sebastian, I do want to say welcome to the show. Great name. I'm going to give you the game ball. How's that sound, Mike? I'm giving Ryan Sebastian the game ball for the day. For what? I don't know.
Is this because his name is Ryan?
Yes.
That's fair. That's petty but fair.
Yes. Ryan, he says, I got tased once. I took 50,000 volts straight to the nipple. Yeah, he's my game ball for the day.
I mean, that just sounds like a good time. I mean, like I saw the comment pop up, and I'm thinking, oh, we're just you're just tossing out sexual experiences now. Okay, cool. This is awesome. My guy likes to party and have fun.
I do want to say welcome to Ryan. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you. Glad to see you on the terrible board. Vegas says this: Bernard equals offensive rookie of the year. Aaron is going to love him, and he will run the ball some too. That's all, dude. I'm excited. Believe me, there's nothing about this team that I'm not excited about right now. Not a thing. Let's go here to Vegas. Vegas says middle-aged woman. Middle-aged women go to born-again virgin camps. There you go. And then Ty says this. He says Vegas, yes sir, yes sir. My man Ty, always great seeing Ty. Listen, I'm gonna give Ty a game ball today too, just for the fuck of it. You know what? I'm gonna be Oprah. Game balls for everybody. There you go, Mike. Game balls for everybody on the board. They are
making it rain.
Making it rain.
You
Mike
got the money. Okay, I was gonna make it hail. Little ping pong balls to everyone.
Here's one I thought of the other day, Mike. Like on the movie This Is the End, when they finally got the water.
Yeah.
And it started playing that Snoop song. It was like da 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 da, and they was all jumping, dancing, and celebrating with the water. That's what it was like when the power finally came back on here at the studio. I heard that Snoop Dogg song in my head, and I was just again ecstatic to finally get power back. Vegas says this: who is bigger, that lady on the picture behind you, or the mini stripper you had on the show? I'd say roughly the same size. Well, wait, the lady's full sized. I thought you were talking about Mike. Mike's the little bald one on the right. Look at him.
That's me.
That's
the
third.
That's right.
Yeah, there's me.
Got your nuts.
I'm the one with the dress on. But the lady in the middle, she's actually a big part of the show. She's the behind the scenes. As a matter of fact, she's been very involved since day one. She's a behind the scenes person, but I don't know. I think that Sassy Cassie, Mike, was as tall as you probably were in that picture. If you could see the little bald Mike there, I would think, because just by what I'm seeing in your size. Let's continue on. What's that?
Picking my nose.
All right, let's move along. Mike, I do have a couple things to get into, but I think I'm gonna do one of them. Then we're gonna go to halftime, and then we're gonna come back with the others. I think after halftime we do have a couple things to talk about, and then we are going to touch on the quarterbacks also that we're going to be facing this year. The 14 different quarterbacks through the 17 games. We're going to just kind of blow through that in the second half of the show today. So you take the pick, Mike. Little Eli. Yeah, let's talk little Eli, because I have a certain way I'm going to do this.
Right.
Like little Eli was talked about yesterday because apparently before he got drafted, Mike, of course, he didn't expect to be drafted. So little Eli, he had a UDFA agreement with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Apparently, little Eli Heidenreich right here in Pittsburgh, he had an agreement with Tampa Bay to go with them as an undrafted free agent, but the Steelers ended up signing him anyway. That's kind of cool, huh?
I like that, yeah, because once you get to that tail end of the draft, agents are starting to call teams, and teams are starting to call agents like, hey, if you don't get drafted, do you want to come here? Like, hey, if my guy makes it through, do you got a spot for him? So, yeah, it's always great when we can kind of poach someone that was gaining interest throughout the NFL. And it's just a sweet little cherry on top of the story, too, that we get to play Tampa Bay this year. And hopefully little Eli makes the squad, and by that time can be a key contributor to a victory over Tampa Bay.
And, Mike, I mean, you made a good point. You talked about something interesting there, because we do play Tampa, and we do see Coach Danny Smith, and we do see Miles Killebrew, and we do see the team that had to deal with that little Eli. We do see a bunch of, again, for me and people that are Pitt Panther fans, a lot of people on this Tampa Bay defense that's been drafted the past 3 or 4 to 5 years. They really started building their defense using a lot of Pitt players. So for me and guys like myself, and even you, Mike, who's such a Pitt fan, this is going to be a really fun game. Mike, I know the last time we went through this game, for whatever reason, I think I gave us a loss against Tampa Bay. But I'm really excited about this, Mike. I can't wait to see. And also the Baker Mayfield thing, of course, with a lot of speculation and rumor about him possibly being our quarterback next year. I think Tampa Bay could be a really fun football game.
I think it is going to be a fun football game. Like I love the way Baker plays. I like a lot of the guys they have down there. And Chris Godwin, Penn State guy, getting towards the end of his career. So it'll be nice to see him. Kalijah Kancey, I'm not a Pitt fan, but he was fun to watch when we'd watch games here in the studio. He's a fun player to watch, and have him down there. It's going to be fun. Eli, if he makes the team, getting to see Danny Smith. I wonder if he's going to have something up his sleeve to go against the old ball club. I think that's going to be a fun little battle with inside the game of, he's going to want to do something. You know it.
Absolutely.
It's Danny Smith. He's a competitor. He's going to want to show the boys, hey, I still got it, guys. And that way he can talk shit on them after the game. So it's underrated, low key, going to be a really fun game.
And finally, Mike, DK Metcalf has come up with a nickname for little Eli. He asks Eli the other day in practice, he asks, is it cool if I call you Captain America? I don't know. That's mad respect. It's 4th of July weekend. So according to DK, little Eli is now Captain America. I could go along with that. You know what? If he could come out and perform as well as Christian McCaffrey, like a lot of people are making these little silly, Mike, I will certainly happily call him Captain America if he could come out and be productive like that.
Yeah, if he can do something, I'll call him whatever he wants to be called. Just produce for me, big boy. That's all I care about.
So let's get to, Mike, a couple messages. We're going to do halftime, and when we come back, we're going to do the 14 quarterbacks the Steelers are facing. A little bit about former Steeler quarterback backup Charlie Batch today. We're going to talk that, and then also, Mike, we're going to talk about some of the most disgusting, most vile, most terrible things that were said to Mike and Derpy to try to gain their loins, their love, their all this stuff, as we did put them on a gay men's website gave them a profile last month to see who could pull more man ass. We're going to talk about I'm going to release Mike the worst of the worst as far as the messages. I'm going to tell you, gay horny men, I think I was set straight last week. Horny men could be very aggressive, and this will certainly confirm that, guys. We're going to get in that in the second hour of the show. Let's grab some of these messages first before we do get to halftime. Mark Malone says this: Ty deserves the game ball. Porter about to be traded. Oh, that Mark. There he is. Mike. There he is. Also, and I don't see Cody yet. I had this Mexican question, and I didn't want to go into the weekend with my Mexican question. I really wanted to get it taken care of today. But again, no Cody today. Kind of surprised. Hope he's all right. Let's go to Ty. Ty says this: Mark deserves the game ball. Worst fan of all time. Worst fan of all time. Let's go to Jamie, you guys. Also, let's go right here. Mark, I have nothing to do with operations. Robert says this: Ayuk's salary next year is going to be over $27 million. No way in hell should the Steelers get anywhere near this. I agree 100%, Robert. At this point, this is it's a done deal in my opinion. This guy is not welcome here. I can't even imagine him coming at this point. Jamie says facts. Robert, he agrees there. Vegas says that's way too much for a guy that's, again, he's a headache. He's just a headache at this point. I want to pay someone $27 million to give me a headache. I would just give it to Mike. I don't get it. I don't.
I'll take it. You got $27 million laying around? I'll take it. I won't give you any more headaches.
Mike, that isn't what people call headaches. Let's go to Vegas. Huh. Vegas says, wow, did he come up with that on his own? Vegas also says this. He says, if you ever want to get a dirty look from someone, just ask a male stewardess what a male stewardess is called. Huh. Okay. We certainly will, Mike. It's time to get to halftime. And today I'm going to take it back a little bit. How far back? I'm going to take it back to when we used to do fun things in the summertime. Instead of staying in the house, we would be out in our yards, in the backyards, with footballs, baseball bats. You didn't know what the hell we were doing down there. You know that we had bats. But, guys, one thing that we did that was a lot of fun was we gave each other wedgies. I don't think kids do this enough. Mike, I really had fun as a kid giving my friends wedgies. We would do the, catch your buddy and you lift them up in the air and do the atomic wedgie over their head. Or my one buddy had a kid by his underwear and he was bouncing them down the street because his feet wasn't touching the ground. Listen, wedgies was a huge part of my life. So today I am going to share this experience with you with my other love of my life, of course, has always been chicks. We don't like chicks. Today, Mike, I have 3 videos we're going to put up for halftime to just catch up, get the blood going. Guys, this is 3 videos of chicks getting wedgies. I hope you enjoy. We'll just be a short bit. Enjoy halftime. We'll be right back at it in a moment. Look at this chick. Talking about a wedgie.
That has to hurt.
Look, and then other people, like there's the little kids in the background, they're just watching. That lady's smiling away back there. The lady that's playing drums looks like the lady.
She's just going. She's just.
She looks like Mimi off of Drew Carey. Look at that. What is going on at this party?
Oh, shit. They had the pants come off.
Can you imagine being that kid? All right, Joey, we're going to Aunt Susie's house for the party. Well, I don't want to go. Can you imagine sitting there and seeing this?
Oh.
All right, so there you
that's
go.
memories right there.
That's grade A. Let's go to number 2. This wedgie right here. Again, as promised, all wedgies for women. That's what we're doing today. This one here, guys, watch this lady. The lady in the purple is getting a wedgie by the lady standing behind her. Would you look at this? Look at how fucking far these chicks' underwear go.
Holy shit.
Look at that lady in the back. She got some arms, too. She's really look, that lady's...
She is the vascular.
Look at this, pulling a wedgie over this, doing the atomic wedgie. And I got to be honest with you. I watched these with the volume 1. Mike, and I know why you're not doing the volume 1, but the women make different sounds when getting a wedgie than what men do. I'm just saying. Again, copyright is stopping me from sharing that, but if you do want to check these videos out, and I do have one more chick wedgie for you, and then we're going to get back to the second half. Again, just trying to get the blood flowing a little bit here on the show. Everybody's getting their candy bar at halftime. All right, look at this chick. She was being challenged, Mike, to give herself an atomic wedgie. Hot little chick. Hey, look at these underwear. What are these underwear made out of? These chicks wear?
What the?
An atomic wedgie to herself over her head. Look at this. Looks like a fucking cape. Look at that. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed halftime, everybody. That was all about chicks getting wedgies. No other way to head into the 4th of July weekend than chicks with wedgies, guys. There you go. Welcome back to the second half. That's what they look like, Vegas. Why did all these chicks? Maybe I seen another one where this chick did it and the chick had a thong and she pulled it and it snapped like instantly. So maybe that's the thought process.
Yeah, that might be why. Like, oof.
I mean, they were like those granny panties.
She's like, I'm not ruining the sex anymore for this nonsense.
And another thing, the big differences between guys and girls. I don't even want to see a pair of boxers when a guy gets it, because guys are guys. You know, they're not exactly the cleanest creatures ever. But chicks, their shit usually looks normal.
Maybe if you wiped like a normal human being, you would have a clean butthole.
Perhaps, but but some of these chicks, the whole time, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for shit stains. Any kind of stains. None of these chicks had stains.
Yeah, because they probably wipe like a normal human being.
What if they didn't? I mean, we don't know that. Maybe they don't wipe at all.
You know what, Vegas? When we get to that comment, brother, you get my game ball.
Let's continue on. So maybe we get down there. I do want to say welcome back to the second half of the show. Welcome back. Here we go. Let's get into it. Mike, let me grab some messages. We are going to talk a little bit about Charlie Batch in this half of the show. Also, we're going to talk about the 14 quarterbacks the Steelers will be facing, and I will be revealing the worst of the worst. Mike, these are the messages that you and Derpy received last month while competing for man-ass. I guess the safest way to say it, but what the fuck do I care? Guys, let's get back on the board. Let's talk about some more stuff, and let's get into this weekend, as it is the 4th of July weekend. I know that everybody is excited. My people have this day off. It's a long weekend for some folks, so let's get this thing rolling. Let's go right here to... let's go right here. Vegas says this. I did get that. That's the stewardess one. I'm going to go right to Ronald. If Eli is Captain America, Vegas says I'm a steward. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, you're just stewards. Makes sense. There's the Granny Bloomers. I agree. I don't know if they're doing that for the video or this is what chicks are doing. They're just going in the opposite direction. Of course, the thong was huge in the 90s and in the 2000s. So let's hope that let's just hope they're not making that switch to the granny panties. Let's go to Vegas. Did they tuck their lips?
Game ball.
Yeah.
Game ball.
I don't know what that had to do with their faces. Let's go here. Jamie says, wow, hilarious. Mark Malone says, we used to have firework wars, BB gun wars. Yes, definitely had BB gun wars. And absolutely. Yes, we did the stupidest shit. Yeah. And we don't just say it. People go, man, if we would have videotaped ourselves and we were... No, it's serious. We was doing fucked up shit like all the time.
Yeah.
Like really fucked up shit.
Now when I see kids out on the street, I'm like, get your asses home, you little hellions, because I don't know what the fuck... I know what the fuck you're up to.
Like, we were doing really fucked up shit. Let's go to Mark Malone. What the fuck is this from? YouTube. All from YouTube. All there for you to check out. Let's go to Robert. He says, she flosses, no doubt. Ronald, he follows that up by Ronald Albright. I'm sorry, not Robert. Ronald says this: if Eli is Captain America, then I'm probably Private Idaho, because that's what most people think. Here, think where I am at, my own Private Idaho. Idaho, like Preston, Idaho. Napoleon Dynamite. Let's go here to Jamie. Jamie says, in high school, my senior year, we would wedgie all the freshmen. I had underwear straps from wedging all tied to my football locker. I had them. That's what I'm saying. We did fun. It was fun. And here's the thing. I'm not bad mouthing fun because I love my phone now. And I just went through 26 hours without it, and I don't want that to happen again. But we had a lot of fun shit, man. We did some fun shit back in the day. Mark Malone says that first one was weird. Yes, the chick on the that was bungee. Yeah. She was kind of yes.
That's my favorite one. So there was so much going on in that.
There really was. It was great. I was gonna put the circus music to it, but I thought, you know what? I just don't know circus music. Again, copyright. Yeah, not my thing. You know that. Robert says swirlies. Absolutely. This is just what we did. It's just what we did. All right, few things, Mike, we're going to get into right now. We're going to talk about Charlie. And I do want to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up, Mike. The question of the day is going to have to do with Charlie Batch. So, Charlie Batch, next topic of conversation, Charlie Batch, a question of the day will be about him as well. Mike, this first and foremost, fire breaks out at Charlie Batch's charity event. The best of Batch Foundation. I'm sorry, Mike. They were doing a cookout, and there was an unattended outdoor cooking operation caught on fire at Charlie's charity event.
Say that again. Unattended
outdoor cooking operation.
So that means what? Someone stepped away for 5 minutes and burst into flames.
Probably, yeah.
That sounds like a standard cookout at my place. Throw something on the grill and fucking walk away, forget what you're doing. Like, oh shit, I might want to go check on that. So, Charlie, you and I got something in common, brother. We grilled the same way. Set it and forget it, man. I learned from Ron Popeil.
So there you go, guys. A big fire at Charlie Batch's.
So you're trying to do this nice thing for people, for the community. You cause a fucking fire, and probably was it this week during the hottest week of the fucking year? So
right. You knew who didn't have any fires this week, Mike? It was me, because I didn't fucking do anything. You know what I mean?
Every time I check in on you at the studio, you're just laying there.
Dude, I was inches from death.
I was going to be just poking you with a stick at one point. Come on, do something.
The colors were unbelievable. I tasted the colors that I never.
You're tasting colors.
I tasted colors that I never heard before. Vegas, he says, you know what? I would have thought that too. Vegas, that old circus music has to be public domain by now. I think, but then there's a process in the morning. Then I have to get that information to Mike and send it over to him, and he has to prepare it. And I failed to do that, so I do apologize.
And then Mike has to wake up from a nap promptly, and which me anymore, it's hit or miss if I wake up.
So that's basically what that was. Vegas says the chef needed to use the restroom.
See, this is why you always hire your guys that have a criminal background on their job history to be your cook, no matter whether it's in a restaurant or at a charity event. They're not going to leave their station unless they're told to. They're very regimented. See, you got to get your ex-con to man your grill no matter what you do. The food's going to taste good, and they're not going to leave to go to the restroom unless they asked to and they got permission to. Come on, Charlie.
Or they're going to get their thong and get it all hot and start touching people with it, which again wouldn't have been out of the question. Back in my day, that would have definitely been something we would have did, Mike, with hot thongs, walking around, getting our friends. I mean, where is the YouTube link? I'm not sure. I do want to say what's up to my man Jamal. Always great seeing you, dude. I'm not sure. Mikey says,
if he's over on the other channel, are you on the vertical stream?
Possibly.
Oh, give me about 20 minutes to navigate through this. I got you, brother.
I do want to say what's up to my man.
I'm never leaving a man behind. I'm coming.
I do want to say what's up to my man Jamal. Always great seeing you, bro. Hope you were ready for the big 4th of July weekend. The fireworks, the food, the family, the friends, the heat. But you know what? It is 4th of July. I hope everybody has a great day tomorrow and through the weekend. A lot of people getting the long weekend, which is pretty awesome. Let's take on Charlie Batch here, guys. We do move along. Then we are going to get to the 14 quarterbacks who the Steelers are going to be facing off. And then, Mike, the results. We're going to release the emails. We're going to release the messages, if you will. So this is what also said right over here. Let me see. Charlie Batch on 4 quarterbacks. Mike, he says it's not happening. He says having 4 quarterbacks is not happening. And this kind of goes back to the beginning of the show. Charlie Batch's opinion on the 4 quarterbacks. Mike, he says it's not happening. I'm assuming this means beyond camp heading into the season. Do you ultimately agree? I mean, at the end of the day, this has to go somewhere. There has to be a resolve. There has to be an answer. Do you think taking 4 quarterbacks in the regular season, Mike, is that a possibility for the Steelers this year?
I do, because like we talked about before, like we're not going to have like a bottom end defensive lineman that's never going to dress on the 53-man roster over a quarterback. Because you figure we only dress 48. I'm okay with not having that 12th defensive lineman or the 47th fucking tight end. If we can keep one of these 2 young quarterbacks, keep them developing while you have, if you prefer, the veteran safety net behind Aaron Rodgers. The quarterback's the most important position, so why wouldn't you have the most assets allocated there that you can? Yes, 3 is typically the norm, but Mike McCarthy's reigned with 2 quarterbacks before, so why not 4? He's done it one way, out of the ordinary. Why won't he swing the other way? If they like both young quarterbacks and the owner wants to remain competitive, and Colin and Weed are like, okay, I guess we got to keep 4 quarterbacks. Let's find a way to make it work. You can. And you got guys that can bounce around from practice squad to active roster if need be throughout the time. And you're not going to put any of those 2 young quarterbacks on there because what if you can't protect them? What if they get poached and shit like that? So, no, I would keep 4, and then I'm sacrificing a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman on game day.
My thing is this, Mike. I'm indifferent. I don't care one way or the other. I really don't care if they have 4. I don't care if they have 3. At the end of the day, I think we're gonna some of these questions may be answered as we move into in this summer. As again, we have camp, then we have preseason games. So if we're gonna learn anything about the situation, it'll certainly be then on. I don't think that anything is truly answered right now, certainly not to the public. Whether Mike, whether coach, whether the assistant coaches, whether the GM has a general idea of what they're going to do, that's a possibility. But, Mike, I think that between the 2 quarterbacks, the young kids and Mason, I think that they're all going to get ample playing time once preseason comes. And, again, camp is going to be a time to show what you got. So maybe some of these questions will be answered. Charlie Batch, of course, saying that he says, absolutely not. It's not happening. No 4 quarterbacks. Charlie also makes the comment saying, Mike, this is going to be you should be expecting a philosophy change. It's going to be a pass team, a pass first team moving forward, kind of going against what you were saying probably about 10 minutes ago in conversation where you said we're going to be doing a lot of running. We're going to be doing more running. We were talking about the third, the number 3 wide receiver. Mike, why does what you're saying and Charlie saying, why do they?
I just think we're going to protect Rodgers, protect the young O-line. I think we're going to rely on the 2 backs. I know he wants to have the magic numbers 55, offensive plays or completions and runs and shit like that. I just feel you're going to want to run the ball with an older quarterback and an offensive line that might not be that ready to pass block. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm okay being wrong, but I would lean more towards the run. I'm not saying, it's going to be like 60-40 or 60-40 run, 70-30 run. I like maybe 51% more run plays than pass plays, or maybe the pass plays are 52% and we run 49% of the time. But I think we're going to be using the run to set up the pass. That might be a better way for me to set it. We're going to run to set up the pass, but I still think it's going to limit that number 3 spot.
And I think they're going to use their backs more than the number 3 guy. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be this high passing attack. Just Aaron's like 43 years old, and you're going to release his, have him drop pass 40 times a game, 35 times a game. I don't see that happening.
All right, there you go, Mike. Yeah, I don't disagree. It's a pretty good argument against what Charlie was saying. Of course, the former Pittsburgh Steelers backup quarterback, also another kid that did grow up right here in Pittsburgh at Steel Valley, had a very good high school career, went on, of course, to Eastern Michigan, and then drafted by the Lions, 4 years spent up there, and then the rest of his career backing up here in Pittsburgh. We love Charlie. Like, just sometimes he can be a little kooky with things. I don't think either of you are wrong. And again, we don't know. We'll have to see how this plays out. Maybe they do start one way and it doesn't quite go the way they like it. Things could get changed. Again, new coach, new system, new people, new players. We don't know what to expect. So again, all the more reason for us to be excited for this football season. Mike, in camp here, just a few weeks starting in Pittsburgh or Western Pennsylvania and Westmoreland County. Mike, right now we're going to talk about the 14 quarterbacks the Steelers are going to be facing this season. We're going to go through them. We're going to make a few comments. Let me grab Somber real quick here. He says this. No, hold on. I got a couple messages. Let's go right here. Vegas, you know what? If I wouldn't have gave game balls away, I would have given you the game ball, but I'm going to give you an extra game ball for this because I think this is one of the more entertaining messages of the day. Vegas says, y'all are almost at the show 1000 and Mike still hasn't got that figured out yet.
I got it figured out. I know what I need to do. Do I have the time or the motivation to do some of these things?
There you go.
And I'm going to throw Jamal under the bus here.
Jamal?
Yeah, because I don't know if he's talking about the other YouTube link or not, but it's all up there. I'm going to throw Jamal under the bus.
Well, he's probably messing with you too.
But it's all good. No, I take that back. I love Jamal. It's just gross incompetence.
He says, LOL, it's all good, whatever you can manage. So you can relax. He said it's all good. Let's go here to Somber.
I'm getting attacked by everyone.
Somber says this, Mason can catch a fucking Greyhound. Get the fuck out of here. See, that's where I'm indifferent. I don't care with me. I don't think it's that big of a story, to be honest. Let's go here to Somber. He says this, during his final 5 seasons in Green Bay, McCarthy's team recorded a 56.8 pass play percentage, the second highest rate in the NFL over that span. And finally, he follows it up by saying he strongly leads towards throwing on early downs, first and second down, previously leading the league with a 59.9 pass play rate in such situations. So
we're going to trust a 43-year-old quarterback to throw that many times. It's just like I understand his philosophy and I understand the way he wants to run it, but you gotta maybe adapt it a little bit. Like I'm not saying just abandon the pass and be a run team. I love passing attacks, but like I just hope we're not throwing that much.
We have to keep him off the ground. If there's going to be if you want to throw the ball more, he's got to be able to be safe back there. If he's not safe, he's getting chased, he's getting hit. That number is going to change, and I think that's true under either coach that he played for, Mike. Again, we will learn a lot about this team, and Somber, he's not wrong, and again, you're not wrong either. It's just
good intel.
Absolutely.
56.8, around 57%. I don't know. I'd be much more comfortable in the 54, 55 range, just because I'm just right now uncertain about the right side of the line and what the way we saw Aaron get beat up in that last playoff game anytime he tried to throw a pass. So it might just be recency bias on my part, or I want us to be a little bit more balanced.
Somber does. He follows it up by saying this. With that being said, he also said he would be embracing a lot of the Steeler way. So that's what I'm saying. I'm so interested to learn. I mean, that's the thing. We all love the Steelers. It's our passion. And to just sit here and say, damn it, I don't know what they're going to do next. It's really odd for us because, again, I mean, we watch the games. You know what the hell happens every year, game to game, week to week, and it's all going to be new. It's all going to be different, guys. So it's going to be a blast. I know that everybody's excited because, Mike, here in just 72 days. They're going to be kicking the ball off in regular season for the Steelers. Yeah. So,
but the thing, like what's like the Steeler way for me, that doesn't mean just run the ball, play good defense. It's do whatever you have to do to win. We have 2 Hall of Fame wide receivers. We have 2 Hall of Fame running backs. You got to do what you got to do, man. If you have to throw. If you got to run. So I think.
Wait, who got 2 Hall of Fame running backs?
the Steelers, like people say, we're just like a running team and play good defense.
Oh.
But we have the same amount of Hall of Fame running backs as we do wide receivers. So, if we were just a true run team, Bradshaw wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Swan Stallworth wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. You got to have balance and do both really well. And the best Steelers teams we've seen have that good run attack and a good pass attack. It's just how you.
Well, I mean, no matter what anybody says, we will figure it out. We will see this summer.
Yeah.
Mike, let's get to this next segment. Let's talk about the 14 quarterbacks that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be facing. Mike, week by week. Week number 1, we'll be facing, as I just mentioned, the Atlanta Falcons right here in Pittsburgh to start off the season for us. Mike, we're going to be facing Tua. Like this Miami Dolphins team was supposed to do well against us last year. They had a running game. They had Tua. None of it worked. Pittsburgh Steelers pretty much embarrassed Miami in that game. Mike, Tua, first game of the year.
I'm not worried about Tua at all.
Neither am I.
And they got Kevin Stefanski down there, so we know what kind of offenses he likes to run. This might be the best offense he's had since he had Baker Mayfield up there. I do like their running back. I do like their wide receiver. But Tua, to me, is the big question mark. And then behind him, you got Michael Penix Jr. So Tua doesn't scare me this
He doesn't scare me at all.
No, I'm just – what scares me about Tua is he going to die on the field?
I'm not even scared of that.
Well, it's just going to delay the game.
I wish he
It
would.
would be a forfeit for us or a no decision. So now we have one less game than everyone else.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm not afraid of Tua at all, Mike. Unless Atlanta puts something up that we have a lot to learn about our team. So in the past, I would have said we could beat this team, Mike, not knowing anything about the team just as of yet. We haven't seen them on the field performing together. I am going to say, Mike, I am not afraid of Tua. I think that we should do pretty well. Let's move to the next game, Mike. This guy here was just in the Super Bowl for the AFC last year. Again, this young quarterback seemed to pick up the pieces well for New England, getting them back on track after winning 3 or 4 games the previous year, leading his team, Mike, albeit playing Denver, who didn't have their starting quarterback. He had that injury issue there at the end. Mike, Drake May, Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh, second year in a row, 5 turnovers to beat this team last year. Your thoughts on our second week quarterback we were facing?
I've never been a big Drake May fan, so he doesn't really scare me that much. I want to see what he's going to do. They got AJ Brown. Shit. So that kind of scares me. Fuck, I forgot about that. He doesn't scare me. AJ Brown does. But the Seattle showed in the Super Bowl, if you can get to him, he can get rattled. Where some quarterbacks, if you get to them, they're going to find a way to withstand that pressure, get rid of the ball quick, make a play. He got rattled. He looked like he wanted to be anywhere but in that Super Bowl. And if our defense plays the way we anticipated to, that front 7, he doesn't scare me in this game.
Yeah.
No, if it was like Mahomes back there or Josh Allen or
yeah.
I was trying to think of a third. I almost said Lamar.
I thought we only have 3 hours, Mike.
Shut up. I'm sorry.
Let's continue.
You don't scare me.
Let's go here to Somber. Somber says, Mr. Tua, brain cells left. Also, Vegas says Atlanta will play more than one quarterback. So when you inevitably ask if there will be an injury week 1, I'm saying yes. Guys, let's jump to week number 3. Third game, Mike, for the Steelers. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow in the Bengals. Now, the Bengals are a team that I changed in the second time around. We did our schedule. I said that we're going to beat them both times this year. I don't think that means that Joe Burrow isn't going to be any less competitive than he is, Mike, with the receivers that he has. I think could be very competitive games, possibly very high-scoring games when it's all said and done. At the end of the day, Mike, Joe Burrow, we win, but I think Joe Burrow can still do a lot of damage, especially with the receivers he got.
Oh, yeah. I'm right there with you. Joe Burrow, quote-unquote, scares me just by what he can do. He doesn't, we're not afraid that we have to play him, but in the context of this thing, you got a game plan around this guy, and he can take over a game. We've beaten him before when he's put up good numbers, so he can take this game over. He's going to be a really big test for this team. Him, Jamar, and T.
So between the first 3 games, I mean, you got two quarterbacks that have potential. They could be an injury any given play. We're talking about Joe, and then of course Tua, Mike. So again, we attack early. Maybe hit the quarterback. Perhaps we could start setting the tone. The Steelers can, because two of these quarterbacks certainly injury prone. Mike, I agree with you. Let's go to number 4, the Browns. Now, again, it's a toss-up. We don't know if it's going to be Watson. We don't know if it's going to be Shedeur Sanders. Mike, this deadly combination of Cleveland quarterbacks is next of question for the Steelers on the list. Mike, Watson, Shedeur, what do you think?
Those guys, I'm not scared by what they can do on the field. Yes, Shedeur beat us last year, but that was like literally one fluke play where our safety lost track of the ball. And otherwise, that's a pick going the other way. And then we dominated the rest of the way. So, no, none of their quarterbacks scare me. Deshaun Watson, even in his prime, when he was down in Houston, we contained him. So he does not scare me. Shedeur does not scare me. I'd rather see Dylan Gabriel, because I think it would be funny to watch that little midget run around.
Yeah.
Like, the only one that scares me might be Green, just because he's an athletic freak, and I'd put him in there if I was Cleveland and see what he can do. But none of their quarterbacks scare me.
They got a handful. Cleveland, again, I'm not concerned. I think that we as fans may overlook them, though. I could see Shedeur coming out and play. He played better last year than we thought he was going to against us. And, Deshaun hasn't played, football. I mean, if he comes out and is even a shell of his former self, I mean, the guy had talent. So at the end of the day, I just don't know. You don't know what you're going to get with Cleveland, but I think we certainly can't look past them. When it's Cleveland week, we can't be counting that win just quite yet, because we don't know. Let's move on to the next game, Mike. The Indianapolis Colts. Is it still Danny Dimes over there? Is that what's going on with them?
It's still Dimes and Aaron Rodgers, and Anthony Richardson.
So with the Colts, Mike, again, they were one of the best teams we played them last year. As a matter of fact, they only had 1 or 0 losses, whatever it was. Mike, Danny Dimes, again, we beat him 2 years in a row. We beat him with the Giants the year before. We beat him with the Colts last year. Mike, again, if this team is anywhere close to what we think or hope that they're going to be, Mike, I don't think Danny Dimes beats the Steelers this year.
No, like we somehow our defense last year exposed Danny Dimes to the NFL. He was looking unstoppable. Yeah. Then he comes onto our defense, and we made him look like Danny Dimes.
Yeah,
so, like Danny Dimes,
like Danny Tenpennies.
Yeah, AR-15 doesn't scare me.
Yeah,
their running back scares me. That's it. Not a concern for anyone.
Well, he's going to be a Steeler anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? Let's move on. Let's go here.
I forgot about that.
Let's go to the next one, Mike. I'm not afraid of Danny Dimes. Number 6. This game is one that I'm looking forward to for more and more reasons as we do go along in this offseason, Mike. Of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield. Again, we talked about it earlier on some of the reasons this game is going to be intriguing. Mike, Baker Mayfield.
Baker concerns me. He beat us in our last playoff game we went. He still can make plays. I still like him. He's prone to making boneheaded plays still. So that right now, this is like him and Burrow, the two that give me a little concern, because those two can win games on their own. So I'm a little concerned.
I'm like the guy beat us when he was a Browns quarterback. Yeah. So again, at the end of the day, if they have anything going for them in Tampa Bay, I think they're going to be. I think they'll probably win this division down in the NFC South, Mike. I mean, you figure the Atlanta Falcons, the New Orleans Saints, and the Carolina Panthers, who they're competing against. I could very easily see Tampa Bay winning that division, even though the Saints and the Panthers did look improved over the past season. I still like Tampa Bay. I still like Baker in that capacity. And Mike, more than anything, I'm just kind of excited. There's a whole lot that goes into this game, as far as we were talking about earlier, just being a Pittsburgh fan and all the connections and things like that. So Baker Mayfield does concern me, Mike. He is one of the quarterbacks that certainly can beat us in the past. Again, he beat us as a Brown. So let's mark him up as one of the quarterbacks that's going to be a challenge for us. They're all going to be a challenge. It's the NFL, but you get what we're saying. Let's go on to number 7, Mike. Yes, that's right. We will be in France for this next game against the New Orleans Saints. And Tyler Shuck, Mike. Shuck, you're saying not quite as good as people were making him out to be. Me, I'm saying he came along a little better than I thought that he was going to come along. So maybe somewhere in the middle, Tyler Shuck lands. But there's nothing about this quarterback or this team that scares me, even if it's in a whole other country, on a whole other continent, Mike. I'm not afraid of Tyler Shuck. I'm not afraid of the Saints. I think the Steelers win this football game.
And Tyler Shuck, to me, is on the pay no mind list. Tyler Shuck, if our defense just I'm blitzing up the middle all day, every play against Tyler Shuck, and just let him do something stupid, and we get out of Paris with an easy win.
All right, guys. Let's move on. Next game is the Browns again. We already talked about them, so we're going to skip over that. Next game after that is the Bengals again, so we're going to skip over that and get right to Mike. The 10th game for us is against this hated Philadelphia Eagles. Will you quit making us play them in Philadelphia, please? Mike, we haven't won there since I don't know, the Lincoln administration. Seems like, Mike, the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. Jalen Hurts. Listen, I don't put him as one of the top quarterbacks, but you know what? He's a good enough quarterback with a good enough team around him that wins a lot of football games and has some hardware on his hand. At the end of the day, Mike, this will be a challenge. Jalen gets it done. He just gets it done. He's a big, strong guy. He has a nice running back behind him. A very team that's well built. The secondary, they got big name players everywhere. Mike, this is going to be a difficult game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, the new Pittsburgh Steelers, as we know. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, Mike.
Like you said, Hurts himself really doesn't scare me. Like, he can make the plays to keep the clock, keep things going. If he plays within himself, he's fine. When he has to be the one to do everything, that's when he doesn't really scare me that much.
Uh-oh. Lost some volume. Oh, still lost the volume. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to grab some messages while Mike makes an adjustment on his end. I still cannot hear him. There we go. Oh, I heard something and then it went off.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
There you go. Yes.
Sorry, I bumped the wire and it just decided to commit seppuku. But no, like, Hurts really doesn't scare me that much. If that offense is coming in clicking, it's a toss up.
I think Philly's going to be a tough game, and again, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we don't win that game, Mike, because we've been through the Knowles, we've been through the Cowers, we've been through the Coach T's, Mike, and guess what? We still were not able to win in Philadelphia, even as we were winning more Super Bowls than everybody in the league. Still, Mike, over that period of time, it's impossible for us to win in Philadelphia. I don't get it. So again, I'm going to apply that here and say, you know what? We'll probably have our number that day, and I think when we did our walkthrough on the schedule, I said the same. Let's go to number 11. No, Bo Nix. Bo Nix, guys, the other young quarterback that could have very well been in the AFC. Been in the Super Bowl representing the AFC last year. Due to his injury, he just couldn't quite make it to the finish line. Mike, the Steelers' 11th game is against the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix. Your thoughts on Bo Nix?
Coming back from that injury, right now I'm really not concerned with him. Even beforehand, I'm not concerned with him. I'm just not a big Bo Nix believer. He's probably going to prove me wrong this year, so I'll be okay with that. But I'm just not a big Bo Nix guy.
I am neither.
I'm just not. And like I said, his knee and ankle after that surgery just looked disgusting. How well is he going to be able to move with that? I'm just not sold on him this year.
Yeah, I mean, neither am I. I haven't been. I didn't like him out of the draft. I didn't think he was a great quarterback to pick. I thought that maybe Denver got shorthanded. Mike, but as this team did compete in the AFC Championship game, and just an injury on his part away from being the team to get into the Super Bowl, we possibly could be wrong. End of the day, I don't love him. I didn't love him coming out of school. Maybe I just need to see more, but maybe he's going to be that guy, Mike. I don't have listen, I'm not scared of him, but I think Denver has a nice team. And I think they're continuing to build a good team. This could be a reason that could give us some challenges in this particular game. We could win, we could lose. But as far as the quarterback goes, Mike, I'm not as scared of Bo Nix. Maybe if he comes out and beats us with his arm this year, that'll change my tune. But right now, I'm not afraid of Bo Nix. Let's move on to the next game, Mike. Now, this guy, I'm a little bit higher on than you are. I know that you didn't care for him as much. I watched him play in college. I knew exactly what he was all about. I think, again, he kind of lands somewhere in the middle where we both have an opinion, Mike. Of course, Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think that the Jacksonville Jaguars is kind of a game that we need to win this year, just to kind of prove that we could beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, because they're one of the teams that's kind of on the rise. And we got a handful of them this year, Mike. So, again, Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars is a game that, you can't say now that it's a must win, but in a way, you want to win this kind of game if you're trying to prove to yourself that you belong in January, and you want to be mentioned while talking about that big game in February. I think Jacksonville's a game that you don't want to lose, but Jacksonville generally plays the Steelers very well, and that's went through decades. So it's not one player, it's not one coach, it's not one scheme. Jacksonville has always been a solid game for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm just glad it's not in the summer months down there.
because I forget where we play them. But yeah, like Jacksonville, like in Trevor Lawrence, which Trevor Lawrence and which Jacksonville team you're going to get?
Exactly.
They are a very inconsistent team because when he's played well, he plays really well. I don't think he's ever going to be a top 10 quarterback. Definitely not going to be a top 5. Not going to live up to the hype when he came out of college, but he could still be a really, really damn good quarterback.
You never know once they become good. You know what I mean? Once the team gets good, who
but
knows?
There's also games too and seasons where he looks like, oh my god, he's regressed. So
he's
for
human.
me, it's a toss up. It's all going to depend on what I see after that first couple drives. Like, am I going to be concerned this game, or am I going to be like, oh, this is one of those games? He for me, it's hard to go either way on him.
Absolutely. Let's get to the next game, Mike. Lamar Jackson, we win that game 10 out of 11 times that we played him in the most recent 11 regular season games. Yeah. Lamar Jackson, as I said this from day one, he don't scare me. I totally acknowledge that he can hurt you in different ways. Yet to this point, he just hasn't done it against us. It's a different coaching staff. It's a different system. Perhaps it starts to change now. I don't know, Mike. But I agree with Ben. Ultimately, I think that their window is starting to close. I think that he's getting older. I think the injuries are starting to catch up to him. And to say that they're not, I think is crazy because it's always some kind of injury that's kind of throwing him off course through the course of the season anymore, at least certainly the last 3-4 seasons. So end of the day, I just don't think that Baltimore is going to be what they usually are. I think I'm not afraid of Lamar.
Neither am I. What? He's 2-7, 3-8 against us, or 2-7.
He puts the ball on the ground a lot against us.
We know how to play him. But like you said, was that because of the Harbaugh system? We knew how to contain him the way he played. Is their new coach going to do something different? But until I see it, Lamar Jackson in the regular season against the Steelers does not concern me one bit.
And that's solely off of history. Again, that's the only thing I'm going off of is the fact that he just thinks against us. There's just there's just things that are like that out there. Like some teams just have your number. I was watching something in baseball the other day. I can't remember what it was, but the guy made a great point. I thought, you know what? That's so true. Mm-hmm. Sometimes somebody just has your number. There's no explanation. Yeah. There's no meaning. There's no reason. They just do.
It's like you see that the color scheme or the logo, and you're just like, it's going to be a day. You just know. You wake up that day, and you're like, I'm not going to have it. And it's human nature. And once it gets into your head, it's one of those hard things to overcome. Like the Penguins lost in Philadelphia for like 30 years in a row until they finally broke the curse. It's what Lamar's going to have to do. He's going to finally have to win a couple in a row against the Steelers to make anyone care that he's their quarterback.
Which, in my opinion, Mike, makes these last 4 games favorable for the Steelers. You got Lamar, and then you got Bryce the Midget next. Then you got Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans after that, and then you wrap it up against Lamar. So let's just say the middle of that schedule does get rough, which it will. You got Philadelphia, you got some teams, but at the end of the day, Mike, look at how you can finish up. I mean, like I said, if you could just win against Jacksonville, in a game that I think is kind of a must-win, then you could turn these last 5 games into a nice run going into January, which could, pad your positioning in the playoffs, put you in a better spot, get you a home game, whatever the case may be, Mike. Lawrence, Lamar, Bryce, Cam Ward, and Lamar. That's your last 5 quarterbacks. I don't see a whole lot of great quarterbacking there, Mike. Again, at the end of the day, I think this is totally doable.
Yeah, and going to Bryce Young, like he's shown flashes to be like, oh, he can be good. He can find ways to compensate for his diminutive stature. But then there's other games like, my God, this guy looks just as bad now as he did his rookie year. I think he's gotten a lot better from year 1 to now. I think he's improved greatly, but not that much where I'm like, I'm concerned about him. I like some of the guys they have down there. I like what he can do, but it's the consistency thing. So I'm not yet sold on him.
Mike, who are you really afraid of in this group of guys? Let me give you the quarterbacks minus our division, minus Jalen Hurts, only because it's the Philadelphia factor. Yeah. So let me take out our division. This is what we're up against this year. Tua, May, Danny Dimes, Baker, Shuck, Nix, Stroud, which I think I skipped over him, Lawrence, Bryce, and Cam Ward. Which quarterbacks are great quarterback?
Like Burrow, like if he can stay healthy, he's like the one that legit like you got to be scared, not scared, but like the majorly concerned about. Then after him, Baker, and after that, it's just like, what day are you going to catch those guys? You catch them on a good day or a bad day?
Nobody really scares you. I'm looking
Like-
at this list, Mike. Nobody
Yeah.
scares you.
Like some of those guys, if they were on a better team, might be a concern. Like I like Cam Ward. I think you watch the film. Cam Ward is out there playing with a bunch of guys who should not belong in the NFL. They're dropping open passes.
That's what you get.
taking
You're the best
plays.
player. You get drafted first. That's the
Yeah, I
that's
know.
the-
I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah, that's the
I sit there and I watch him play. Like if he was on a legit team, he would be in the conversation. Like this, you got a game plan around him. He can hurt you in a lot of different ways. But down in Tennessee, he doesn't scare me at all. I'm like not concerned at all. So really, like right now, it's Burrow and it's Mayfield. Everyone else, it's what day of the week you're going to catch them on because they're all inconsistent performers. But when they're good, a lot of them, when they're good, they're good. But when they're not good, they're average to below average, and some of them are just downright bad.
So I'm
Like
saying
CJ
I'm
Stroud.
not looking. I'm not looking at this list, and I'm not going down. I'm not seeing Mahomes. I'm not seeing Allen. I'm not seeing names that scare me. I'm just not. I'm seeing Tua. I'm seeing May. I'm seeing. Again, I'm going to skip by the guys in our division because we get them every year regardless. Danny Dimes, Shuck, Nix, Lawrence, Bryce, Cam Ward, just not anything in here to scare me, Mike. And we did skip over to Houston for whatever reason. It was an accident. CJ Stroud, another name, Mike, that people were connecting with the Steelers possibly next year. CJ Stroud, go ahead with him, and then we'll wrap this segment up.
Like we talked about when we were talking about him potentially coming here, there's been no growth. There's actually been a regression since he's come into the league. So, no, he doesn't scare me. That defense does. Yeah, this guy tried to lose the playoff game. He literally, like, it's like, here, guys, score on the offense because you can't do the defense. I want to give the guys a challenge. Like, it does not scare me at all. Like, Bryce Young is becoming a better quarterback than C.J. Stroud. And after their rookie years, I thought I would never say that.
He's doing more with less. I got to be honest, Mike. He put together a pretty nice season last year for Carolina. Bryce did, and again, Tampa Bay. I'm sorry, Houston has a lot going on for him. So you know what? You're right there, and that does wrap it up, Mike. Of course, those last 3 games played out. Bryce and then Cam and then Lamar. You did all kind of cover that in one statement. So there you go, guys. Say what you will. This schedule doesn't scare me. Yes, there's a few good games on it. Yes, it's not going to be easy. Nothing ever is in life. Come on.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it could be a lot tougher, Mike, and especially next year, we're going to be heading into the West divisions with our schedule. So you're going to be seeing the likes of the San Franciscos and the Seattles. Who else is down there? Arizona. I guess that's not really anything. But then also in our conference, Mike, you're going to see the Chiefs. You're going to see an improving Raiders team. You never know what you're going to get with the Raiders next year. Also, Denver looking better, and the Chargers. I mean, in theory, they should be okay. But let's get these wins. Let's get them when the getting's good. I think that the schedule is certainly favorable for the Steelers. Not too many quarterbacks scare me. Let's get back on the board, Mike, and then we are rounding third. So we have the special results here today to wrap up this week, of course, from when Mike was in a very tough competition with Derpy. Mike, but Derpy got away and he won the Stinky Pickle Award.
He did.
All right, let's get back to the board here, and then we'll get back to that in just a few moments. Let's go right about... There we go. I'm in the ballpark. All right, here we go. Let's go here. Hey, Jamal says, what it do? What's good, my man? Everybody's happy to see Jamal. Vegas says this. He says, play them both at the same time, talking about the Cleveland Browns quarterbacks. Might as well play them both at the same time.
Let's put all 4 back there, see what happens.
Put them all back there. Vegas says this. Herbig dropped an easy interception to the house, 2 versus Shador. Let's go to Somber. Somber says... he says this, don't forget Riley Leonard. That's right. Let's go to, was he the quarterback that couldn't throw in the playoffs a couple years back? Was that the Riley Leonard? Was he out of Notre Dame?
I think so.
Yeah, he was the quarterback. They were like, this team doesn't even throw the ball. I was like, you don't throw the ball. You're in a playoffs. You can't throw. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's go to Ronald. Ronald says this, the quarterback situation. I can't wait to see his Minnesota. I've always said Kyle Murray was crap. JJ is Mr. Glass. I just wonder how many games before Justin Jefferson is demanding a trade? I say week 6, probably right there,
I'm
Rob.
going to say probably about in a month and a half in the middle of training camp.
Yeah.
He's like, get me the fuck out of here.
Jamal says, well, AJ killed us. Dude, I don't like playing AJ. We don't match up with him well. We never did. But again, new team, new scheme. I don't know. I'll give it that. But I agree with you. I hate playing against AJ Brown. I wanted AJ Brown. But again, now with New England, and again, this is a team that we had struggled to beat. We had to force 5 turnovers to beat them by a touchdown. Now add a little AJ, add some experience. Team was in the Super Bowl. And New England generally always plays us good. So let's go here to Steel Loyal. Whoa, Mike, it's 103 today. Just looking at that beanie. You know what? I was just thinking the same thing. I just got real hot, and I think it was because I was looking at Mike's wearing that beanie.
It is freezing cold down here in the studio.
My God.
I for the past hour and a half, I'm like, I got the AC set way too high. My nipples are hard. I need a hoodie. And I look down, and it says 97 degrees on my monitor.
He's all tough guy now. You should have seen him the other day.
Oh, I was crying like a bitch, man. It was too fucking hot. Well, yeah, it's going to have air. Now I got it blasting on me. Now I'm too cold. I'm either too hot or too cold.
Yeah. You was out in the car with the air conditioner on.
Oh,
It was
either that or I'm around everyone and I'm just being a belligerent asshole. So I figured I'm going to remove myself from the situation.
Let's go right here. Let's go to Vegas. Vegas says, I had no idea Charlie Batch was in the High School Hall of Fame until just now. He was, he sure was, man. Steel Valley, baby. He was big time back in the day. Jamal says this: we shut down Saquon. Minka put him on his ass on the goal line. Yeah, Minka, he said.
Yeah, that was the game where we all discovered Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. Okay, here we go. Steel Loyal says, Jamal, we didn't play the Eagles last year. The year before. Yeah, that's when. Let's continue down here. Somber says 24. When Darnell. That's right. When Darnell and Slay got in that big pushing match and it like went 30 yards down the back of the end zone. Vegas says, and Austin got the flag on that play. Yeah. That's right. Steel Loyal says Bo Nix has a cannon. He does. Hey, what's up, Steel? Great seeing you, brother. Steel Somber says this: can't wait to see Tate versus JPJ. Steel Loyal says, will Tater be a Steel? A 49er fan. I don't know. Who knows with him?
I wonder how long that's going to last until someone gets traded and he's like, I'm out.
I know. And then Somber says, with hard nips. Mike, let's do this. You know what? I'll hold up on the comment. Let's get to these results. I know this was everybody was waiting for, Mike. The highly anticipated results were released last week, Mike, as Derpy did win the annual Stinky Pickle Award. That is the new annual award for whoever wins that competition every June. If we decide to keep doing it moving forward, but that will be called the annual Stinky Pickle Award, and Derpy did win that because more gay men wanted Derpy, so he wins the gay Stinky Pickle Award. So, Mike, today, just to make it fair, to make it seem like it wasn't pure domination, I'm going to tell you what some of these gentlemen said to you guys while trying to pick yins up. We know the results on the views, we know the results on the likes, but I think people want to know what some of these people were writing to you, because the messages were just as aplenty as the views and as the likes were.
I can only imagine what these horny dudes were saying.
Here we go, guys. You might want to put the kids to bed.
So, like, Somber's probably checking out at this point.
Yeah. Somber just blew his brains out.
Somber, if you're not sticking around, I don't blame you, brother.
Everybody is. Guys, these are some of the messages I promised. And I promised it on Hump Day, Mike, but unfortunately, nature had its own plans. So here we go, Mike. This is some of the things that were said to our Mike and our Derpy as we did this experiment, Mike, and it was on the site only, men, just in case you want to continue on your profile. These are some of the things that
you could take that down now.
These are some of the things that the gentleman did say. Like in that game, I had a theory the other day. I told Mike I think that some of the guys are tracking him down and following him over here. I don't know if you've noticed a couple times earlier in the show, just some of the comments. There's been some things that make me think that they might be just following him over here. They like our Mike. They like our vanilla. Oh, yeah, Mike, I also have something. Because it's a special occasion, there he is. And I'm going to bring him here for the special occasion with got the red, white, and blue. He's got the headband on. Big ass head. There he is. There's Mike's dummy. Say hi to your dummy, Mike.
Hi, dummy. I miss you.
All right. There you go. Here we go, guys.
Miss my dummy.
Here we go. Mike, this is the some of the messages that you boys received on that experiment. Here we go. The first one. Hi, Vanilla. Do you have much experience in anal sex? I'm looking for a good teacher.
That's a big person that comes in hot, man.
Yeah.
At least that was tempered down some.
And I'm not going to give any names. I'm not going to give anything away. I'm just giving you some of the messages you guys received. All right. Here's one.
He's looking for a teacher, looking for some guidance. Okay. A mentorship. Okay.
Let's go to one of Derpy's. Derpy's says this. May I invite you to a delicious sip of my horny golden shower? May I invite you on a delicious sip of my golden horny shower? That was to Derpy.
I like it coming in polite. May I?
Right.
Hey, very polite.
All right. Are you ready? All right. Dummy is ready. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. He's ready as well.
Why'd you put your finger in my dummy's mouth?
Hey, don't ask. Let's go right here. Next one, Mike, is for you. Let me see. Do you like to suck toes? Mike, somebody inquired if you would like to suck toes.
I'm sorry. That's an instant no. I'm sorry, not into sucking toes or getting my toes sucked.
All right.
So that's a hard pass.
All right. Let's see. Here's one for you. I'm desperately. This is another one for you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. I'm desperately looking for a man who's up for making me his little anal slut. Mike, that was for you. And your dummy is just, he's blown away. He's blown away by some of the things that people are saying to you.
Okay, it could be like the Danny McBride, Channing Tatum type situation at the end of This Is the End. Okay, all right. I see where we're going. We might be able to work with this.
All right, here's one, Mike. Here's another good one. Hey, Vanilla, are you like me? Do you play with yourself often?
Yeah.
All
Duh.
right.
An orgasm a day, it keeps the prostate healthy. So you got to do what you got to do, boys.
Another one for you. I just imagine. Okay, right here. Hey, Vanilla, I stumbled across your profile, and I have to say, yummy.
Don't you two look at me like that. You don't look at each other and then look at me like that. I've been called yummy by all the sexes.
All right, let me jump to one of Derpy's. Ready for a Derpy? All right,
Yes.
here we go. Can you make me come more than once in a row? I'm addicted to sperm. Somebody said this to Derpy in his Superman costume.
You make me come. I'm addicted to sperm.
Somebody said that to a man in a Superman cape.
Oh my god!
See, this is what we're up against here.
Like,
So
why can't we need these guys in the chat? Follow us over, boys. We'll
Yeah, if you're here,
if he's on, you guys
by all
will fit
means.
right in with these sick fucks.
let's see. There should be a few more here. Let me grab some more. Someone asks, Derpy, would you wear a sexy latex dress?
With the cape or without the cape?
I don't know. Somebody also says, do you want to be my pleasure slave to Derpy? As a matter of fact, I think that was one of the very first ones I read it last when we first started doing this.
But
I
still,
think, yeah, no, that's a
you
good
wanna
one.
Be my pleasure slave is top tier.
Also, let's go right here, Mike. This is back to you. Are you interested in meeting up? I think that's a pretty general one. Let's go here to
Not for any gay stuff, but hey, man, you want to talk sports?
let's go here to
Eyes up here, sir. Eyes
Mike.
up.
Do you suck toes? Do you suck toes? A guy asked.
No, we already had that one.
Oh, you already got that one?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do I suck toes?
Oh, this is kind of weird.
Ooh.
This guy says to Mike, he says, I haven't given anyone a good beating today. If you dare, get ready for something. Hope that you are tough.
Wow.
You see that? There you go. There's a
Wow. My man's a great. Hey, you're a man with needs. You want to get, take care of. I'm just not your guy. I appreciate the offer, though, brother. Hope you
All right.
find someone who's ready to take a beating.
Hi, Derpy. What do I have to do to be your little submissive whore? Your little submissive whore.
Someone wanted to be Derpy's submissive whore. So, wait. Time out. I need a 30-second timeout here. Someone wanted to be Derpy's submissive whore.
I you know what? I haven't erased any of them yet, Mike. They're still all.
That is why. Like, how much of a little? I know. What's a bitch you got to be to have what Derpy dominate you? When he just screams, looking at him, screams bitch. Screams prison bitch.
I think I got one more for each of here. Let me find it.
Oh.
Here's one. There's nothing better for me than the taste of a delicious load that I've sucked to the last drop. May I try your juice? Somebody said this. I swear to you. I'm not making any of these up.
Oh my God.
And let me grab one more for Derpy here. Let me see. We got the golden shower. Here's one. Oh yeah, this is nasty. This is nasty.
The last one wasn't?
Well, this would be the equivalent for Derpy. Like he says, would you give me an anal cream pie? I love it when sperm runs out of my freshly fucked butthole. I swear, I really literally have them in my computer as people sent. Mike, I didn't erase anything yet. I swear to you, there's not one of these that are fabricated. These are all things that people sent to you on the gay dating website, Mike, that I put you and Derpy on last week to compete for the man ass. Mike, you did not win. Derpy is the Stinky Pickle Award winner this year. There you go. You and the dummy are both just shocked, Mike, at what things are hearing.
Yeah, I just want to say, not Derpy's last comment, but the one who made my last comment to me. We want to keep him on file because my next future girlfriend, she might want to learn something from him. Because that kind of, if that was from a chick, sign me up. But sir, no. But yes, I'm willing. Like, if you're willing to train and coach my next girlfriend, my future ex-wife, call me, and I'll introduce the two of you. You teach her, and then she can come to me.
So there you go, Mike. Why don't you tell everybody about the website?
There's none of this freaky stuff going on over there. I'm sorry. There's just an article freshly posted today about how why JPJ should be one of the highest, if not the highest paid corner in the league right now to reset the market. So check that out at the2dumyinzers.com. Also check out all of our social media links over there that will hopefully not end up on a gay dating site with me involved in it anymore.
I do want to say this, Mike. I will have it all. It'll all be scrubbed by the end of the weekend. This weekend, I'm going to take everything off, just so you're not in danger, or Derpy's not in danger anymore. We don't know any of these guys.
You're getting offered a good time if that's my thing. It literally doesn't affect me either way.
So I basically should just hand you the password and the account and let you go at it, huh?
You know what? If we might find some of these guys, I get them into the comment section. They can watch the show. They can long after me in the comment section. As long as they're watching.
Go check it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, check out the website too. We also got merch over there too, if that's your thing.
All right, go check it out, everybody. www.d2dumyinzers.com. That's www.d2dumyinzers.com. I'm going to grab a couple messages right here. Still loyal. He says Roman is back with the Route God today. Looking good. Looking super quick and twitchy. I love to hear it, my man. Still loyal all the way from North Carolina.
Well, thank you. Here. We needed that palate cleanser, Steel.
Steel says this, and he's put on more muscle, it looks like. Hey, we will take it. Let's go, Roman. I'm all on the Roman. Listen, I love Roman. I love the idea of Roman. We need somebody to do the job. He needs a job. Let's make it happen, guys. Mark Malone, he says, I'm still holding out for the Roman. Steel Loyal says, my virgin ears. And Steel Loyal follows it up by saying, Tater needs friends too. Guys, go check the website out, www.d2dumyinzers.com. Mike, it's time to get to the trivia question of the day, and I gave you a hint. I told you to what it was going to be about today. It's going to be about former Steeler, Pittsburgh homegrown quarterback Mike Charlie Batch. Today is a Charlie Batch question, so put on your thinking caps, everybody at home. Everybody on the board, put your thinking caps on as well as we do get into this Charlie Batch question of the day. Here we go. In the 1998 draft, what round was Charlie Batch drafted in? In the 1998 draft, which round was Charlie Batch drafted in? Plain and simple, guys. Think that over. We're live 5 days a week right here, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. every day right here on the tube.
On tube.
Question of the day. What round was Charlie Batch drafted in? Mike, what's your thought process?
I know it wasn't first round. So now we got to do some thinking here. The Lions were quarterback desperate in that era. It was just, I can't remember if this was before or after the whole Joey Harrington debacle in the first round. I want to go Charlie Batch was. He was drafted earlier than he should have. I'm going to say he was.
Still loyal saying, I want to say second.
That's where I was leaning, second or third, second to the fourth in that area. I'm going second round.
Still loyal saying I was 3 years old, so I don't know. LOL.
Oh my God! What year was that draft? 98.
Yeah,
I was 18.
My oldest son was born that year. Guys, so you're going to say the second round. Still loyal is saying second round. Anybody else want to throw any guesses up? Maybe you have the answer. Throw it up on the board, guys. The question of the day: what round was Charlie Batch drafted in back in 1998? So give you a few moments on that. I'll talk about a few things else while we were waiting, Mike. Do check out the Pittsburgh Pirates starting a new series today. It's a 3-game set in Washington against the Nationals. Game 1 of 3 tonight is at 6:45. The Pirates are 500, 44-44. Let's hope that they can make some moves here soon before they start losing ground in the wild card race, as they're just 2.5 games out of the wild card, if you can believe that, guys. So let's go Bucks. Back at it tonight at Washington. And also, Mike, the women football players, not the gridiron. They're next week. The gridiron ladies have the weekend off, and I did talk to Mekhi Chavez, the former MVP, the quarterback of the championship caliber Pittsburgh Passion. I talked to her yesterday, Mike. She will be on either Monday or Tuesday. I'm leaning towards Tuesday just because Monday you never know. There's always a lot going on with the show, and we're trying to catch up. But early next week, former MVP of the WFA, Mekhi Chavez, will be right here with us. Awesome. Also, Mike, the other gals that are playing football this weekend, they play soccer. They are hosting the Racing Louisville team. That is going to be tonight at 7 o'clock in the conference semifinals. Not seeing much coming in as far as the question of the day, so let's get back to the question, Mike, and get the answer out there. In 1998's draft, what round was Charlie Batch drafted in, Mike? What round was Charlie Batch drafted in? You said that it was the second round. Still loyal, agreed with you. He says he's a second round, but he's just kind of guessing, Mike. It was by the Detroit Lions, of course. The 60th overall pick in the second round was, in fact, when Charlie Batch was drafted in 1998. Went over there for 4 seasons and got sacked a lot. Come back home to Pittsburgh, was part of a great team here, winning some rings as the backup quarterback. And I got to be honest, I hate saying backup quarterback when I talk about the play of Charlie, because every time he stepped in, he found ways to help us win games and at least stay in games. So again, at the end of the day, good on him. Charlie Batch, Mike, the answer to the question is, in 1998, he was drafted in the second round, 60 overall by the Detroit Lions.
Yep. I thought he should have been drafted later. But hey, not bad for a second round pick.
What else do we got here, guys? We are heading into the 4th of July weekend, Mike. A few things I want to have to go over here before we do take off for the day and for the weekend. I do want to say these few things. I want to say, do go check out the people at Duquesne Pilsner right here online. Check them out. Hit the follow, hit the like. Maybe stop, grab yourself some beer. As I said, if it is in your area, they are expanding everywhere, Mike. Perhaps if you don't like to drink a lot, maybe do swing by their social media. Check them out. Hit the follow button. I'm sure they would appreciate it. Also, guys, we are on social media all over the place as well. You can check us out on Facebook, X formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Swing by, hit the follow button. Keep up with what's going on with the two Dum Yinzers on a day-to-day basis. And finally, if you haven't had a chance yet, do hit the like button. Hit the like button down below. Hit the like, the sub, the share, leave a comment. It all helps us out, guys. We appreciate it all. It pushes it out through the algorithm, and we do appreciate it. Thank you so much to everybody. Mike, what's your thoughts? Today's show?
None of these quarterbacks outside of like Burrow and Mayfield should give Steeler fans pause for concern going into these games. Like, those are the two best that we play, and both of those guys are prone to boneheaded decisions. Like, I guess you can lump Lamar in there too. You know, he's only beaten us twice in his career, so none of those guys really concern me at all. And I hope Eli can make this team, and I hope it can be used well. There's a lot of fun things that I think you can do with him. And talking about Charlie Batch, Jeremy Bernard, that number, or no, it was the fat man saying the number 3 receiver ain't going to do much. Number 3 receiver on our team, I think, is going to be a huge piece of the puzzle, especially on third downs. So, yeah. Well, there's my thoughts on today's episode.
No, hey, man, that's all good in the hood. Again, those guys are heading into the holiday weekend. I hope everybody stays safe. I know that seems like every year you hear about somebody blowing their fingers off. Last year was Najee. Remember Najee? He had a firecrack blow up in his face or some weird shit like that. So I hope everybody does stay safe this year. And it's very, very hot, like ridiculously hot. It doesn't seem to matter where you were at. That seems to be the case, guys. So, and keep cool. Stay safe. Just, I guess, pay attention to everything that's going on around you guys. We'll be back Monday again at our normal time to get back at it. Again, Mike, I don't know how we're going to do it yet because we have 6 shows left to the 1,000.
Yeah.
There's 5 days next week, so I don't know how we're going to play that, if we're going to tag it into the following Monday for the 1,000. Again, we'll talk more about that next week. It was supposed to be right on plan, right on schedule, but the weather knocked us out, the heat knocked us out again, and didn't allow the plans to happen. But as I say, Mike, the show must go on matter what. So we will continue to fight and make everything work here at the show. It's just what we do, guys, as I said, just 6 shows away from the big 1,000, Mike, the 5-year anniversary of this show. So much going on. And again, Mike, the Pittsburgh Steelers just 72 days away from kicking it off against Atlanta. Later this month, we have camp. Next month, we have preseason football. Guys, it's coming, and it's coming fast. So let's get through these this hot period of time, because right after we have football, Steeler football, baby. And I can't wait, Mike. I can't wait for this.
You can't wait. It's coming fast. It's coming faster than the guys in Darkies and Nice Comments.
Oh, there you go. I was planning on eating this afternoon, but thank you, Mike, for ruining all of that for me. A couple other things here. I do want to say thank you to everybody for coming and hanging out and checking us out today. We appreciate each and every one of you. We truly, honestly do. We wouldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you, everybody on the board. You always keep things interesting here on the show, as you are the lifeblood of this show. I always say that. I always mean that. Guys, you are the best. Thank you so much. And to everybody that's at home, maybe you're listening, maybe you're watching on your TV, maybe you're in the car listening, or even in the bathroom trying to get this last hour knocked out, and you're in the stall watching our show. We thank you to everybody. Thank you so much. Mike, as again, we are heading into the holiday weekend, I do want to say to everybody, I hope you stay safe. Again, just keep your head on a swivel. You never know. Things blowing up everywhere. It's hot, just all kind of shit. Everybody stay safe. We want to see everybody back next week as we continue to get ready for this big 2026 campaign for the Pittsburgh Steelers, guys. But in the meantime, check out the Buccos, check out the Riveters. Stay cool, stay safe. And again, we will see everybody Monday. Any final thoughts before we take off for the day, Mike?
Yeah, everyone's have a good, safe weekend. Like I told my guys at work, I want you all to come back with the same amount of fingers you have left today with. I don't want no JPJ or JPP type situations, unless it involves Cody, because I know it will be a good time, a fun time, and he would embrace like the 2 digits, the pointer and thumb pinky. I think Cody would live a good life with these 3 fingers. So yeah, everyone but Cody play with fire. fireworks.
See, I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of hoping Cody would be here, Mike. I was going to ask him. I had a Mexican question I was going to ask him. I was going to ask him about your religious candles that you keep at the studio, which they're not really religious candles. You look at this and you thought this was a religious candle, didn't you? Look at that. That's a religious candle. You ever been in the store and seen the Jesus candles or a Mexican's house? This is what look at this. That's a Mike's cup that he drinks out of.
I was looking for that.
I know you
No
are.
wonder.
Perhaps you thought that you was going to be able to find this one.
Where's my
Yes.
cups?
Yes. So I had to prove my point. These religious candles all over the studio. This was what I was finding when I was looking for light when the power was out. So I was like, yeah, F that. I'm keeping these.
I can see. Okay, this just proves my theory that you don't look at my side of the screen when we do the show because I drink it. You see me drink out of those day in and day out.
I haven't looked at you since 2022. Leave me alone.
No wonder you put that. My dating profile was that picture. That might be the last time you actually looked at me.
Somber says, potato's gonna potate. Shout. My man Jamal, everybody, again, listen, have a safe weekend, man. Ain't nothing worth blowing fingers off or dehydrated. Just do what you got to do. Get back here Monday, guys, so we can get ready for the Steelers season. That's what's truly important, isn't it? I think it is, Mike. But I do think that is everything for us for this week as we knocked it out again. We do apologize for the absence in the middle of the week. It was beyond our control. We would have been happy. We would have definitely been happy to have been doing this instead of sitting in the 26 hours worth of 100+ temperature, guys. Again, thank you for being here with us and catching us, Mike, as we fall sometimes, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back on Monday at our regular time to do it all over again. Somber says no eye injuries. Y'all don't pull a nausea. America, fuck yeah. America, fuck yeah.
Here to save motherfucking day, yeah.
What was the other one? Lick my butt in my motherfucking balls, yeah, or some shit like this. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for being with us. You know we love you. Everybody, have a great, safe 4th of July weekend. Hey, baby, this is listen, we can do whatever we want. Anything. All of us. We could it's a great country with great opportunities. Let's celebrate it all together and forget about other shit for one day. And let's enjoy each other. And get back on Monday to get back into football. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. We love you. We'll be back. We can't wait to see everybody. Stay safe. I think that's about it, Mike. Anything? Am I forgetting anything?
No, man. Have a good weekend, everyone. Have a good time.
Have a great weekend. Stay safe, all right, everybody? All right. For Finch, for Derpy, for Mike, for RB, for Chop, myself, the two Dum Yinzers. Have a safe, great 4th of July weekend. We'll see everybody soon. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Bye-bye.